One on. Ready?
Good evening. It is the day before Christmas, December 24th, 2022. And we're here for a holiday live. And Yannick found out a loophole to the little mute everybody thing. He muted himself and then the thing unmuted him. And I'm like, all right, I'm muting you again.
Ah, that's what
I was like, why
I
am
was
I hearing
wondering.
Yannick during the countdown? All right, you're getting muted.
That's crazy because I always
was
done weird
excited.
stuff during that countdown.
Oh, no, I have no doubt. But it automatically mutes everybody. So I think apparently it's one of the things StreamYard's got to figure out. But anyway, good evening, guys. How's it going?
Good.
All good.
Great, fantastic. Merry Christmas to
Ho,
everyone.
ho, ho.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hopefully,
Merry
Bobbles
Christmas
doesn't
to
get
you.
us in any more trouble. No more controversy. He is a lightning rod for controversy.
It'll
A
be
magnet.
tomorrow. You're gonna,
Yeah,
you know, it'll be posted tomorrow.
magnetized, man.
It's terrible.
What-
It's just-
Magneto, what is that? Pokemon Magneto.
What's up, B?
Not much. What are you doing?
I come see you.
There you
My
go.
mother-in-law wants to join in.
There you go. Good
Oh,
evening. How are
What's
you?
up, guys?
How's it
Merry
going?
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Are we trading? What are we doing?
No.
No.
I like her attitude. Are we trading? Let's get this deal
Let's
done.
trade something.
Yeah,
Yeah, she doesn't know what's going on.
I don't.
That's
It's okay.
okay. She sounds
okay.
like she does.
I don't.
Most of us don't either. So.
Yeah.
I
was
just
gonna
want
say
to say
usually
Merry
work that way.
Christmas.
You see
Merry
this
Christmas.
guy right here?
Yeah.
Okay, go down and on your phone,
Uh-huh.
go to this guy's channel because I'm Carlos.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And they'll, the little thumbs up button.
Yep.
All right, hit the thumbs up button.
Mhm.
Okay.
And every time he's live or every video he posts, hit the thumbs up button. Because this guy right here
Uh-huh.
gives him money and we all have fun with it.
Yes.
Well, can I put him on my page and he can give me money?
Sure. Make
As
a
long
page
as it's
and
coming
do
from
videos.
Eric, we don't care.
We'll have
We're not
Eric
particular on that.
onto
It's fine.
YouTube.
Listen,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sponsoring 5.
What's his name? Carlos what?
It's because I'm
Yes,
Carlos. Go to his
Because I'm
channel.
Carlos.
3 words.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye, guys.
Have a good one. Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There you go.
Shut the door,
Bonus.
please.
Good evening, Orlando. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Eric can afford it. Everyone needs to like. That's right, Orlando. There you go. That's Mrs. Bobble's mom. There you go.
It is Christmas Eve. Can I get a break?
Well, you're getting Merry Christmas from your BFF. Isn't that good enough for
Not
you?
on Christmas, buddy.
Can we get a Christmas miracle and give me a break for one night?
I did give you a break. Usually around this holidays, I charge you like 5 times as much, and I'm only charging you 2 times as much.
You're
I
gonna
am
have
giving
to
you a
hire
2.5 times
people,
break.
Eric.
I feel like you're a shill bidder anyways, Eric. I want to see proof of payment.
True.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
right.
These are shots fired. Inaccurate shots and landed.
New hobby watchdog right now.
Ooh.
Oh,
Big
we're
dog.
waiting for somebody to
Oh.
show.
Brad, you're trying to wade in those waters. You're getting dangerously close to the Bobbles lightning rod of controversy.
Mm.
Listen, I was told based on my association with you guys that I am not part of the establishment. So, Brad, I need a card, I need a Dakota ring, and I need the official shirt.
Okay, good.
If I'm going to be part of the establishment, I need an official shirt.
In all seriousness,
As another part of the establishment, go ahead,
The
Bobbles.
hobby Illuminati.
I want to say something real quick to anybody watching, anybody that wants to post the next video about any of this or whatever, and explain what was said, okay? And then a comment that followed. Number one, nobody specifically was being donned in that conversation. It actually,
No, it was open-ended.
Yeah, it was about the entire area there. And we actually said what would happen if Sports Card Radio subsequently, hypothetically, had to shut down their YouTube channel. What would happen to the other guys that follow along with the content they do? Okay? That's how that even came about. It had nothing to do with anyone specific. And I, if anybody remembers, a couple weeks ago said, that type of content I don't really pay attention to because I don't really care about it. All right. If it's something that could possibly affect me or whatever,
You dragged
sure,
him in
I'll
last night. Mm-hmm.
I'll take part in it, or if there's something that I hear about or know about or have some factual evidence on, I'll talk about it. Whatever. Other than that, I have literally for the last week been doing videos about my 2022, my recaps. I did a video opening a box of cards and doing a giveaway. I don't know how in the hell I'm brought into any of this, but I also want to explain I am not jealous of anybody. I have a wife that loves this hobby. I have 2 amazing kids. One just turned 22 yesterday and a 17-year-old last month. I showed 3 different videos, not one, but 3 different videos with different items that I picked up throughout 2022. I went.
Bobbles, Jesus, that's a lot of defense. Good God.
And
Well,
a sweetheart mother.
No,
Yeah,
I said I
mother-in-law,
wanted to
yeah.
explain
In-law.
because, you know, I went and donated kids for toys for tots. Like, what the hell do I need to be jealous of? Nothing. So,
By contrast, I see the jealousy. I literally live for jealousy. It's what I do.
Oh.
Or, you know, it's what
I ain't got shit to be jealous of.
this beer could be colder. I'm jealous of someone with even colder beer.
I just want to add to this very simply that Bobbles, your negativity in the hobby has
True.
ruined baby Jesus' birthday.
Oh, well, hell.
Did.
Jesus.
Thank you very much.
It's pretty crazy.
Man, that'll be the next one. That'll be the next thing.
Deservedly so, frankly. Deserve
Be
it.
upset at
deserve it.
Jesus.
I'm back to Grinch mode.
Well, I started in Grinch mode. That's why it's like, unlike your ridiculous
Ground
defense,
zero.
it's like, unlike your ridiculous defense, I was like, nah. I was like, I'm a hater and a troll, and I'm jealous of everything. So I'm cool with it.
By the way, that man right there on the screen, James Gillum.
Yes,
If
James.
there is anybody that ever wants to know my character, who I am, my house, my home, my wife, my kids, anything, ask that man. He has been to my house. I don't know how many times, stayed here. He knows me better than anybody else in this hobby. So, James can.
While you were home? Yeah.
James, on behalf of the Because I'm Carlos show, we're sorry.
Wow, you're taking ownership that you can apologize on behalf of the show. Good Lord! Somebody thinks just because they're paying for the like button, ooh, I have power to give it on behalf of the show. Interesting. All right, fine.
Great
Be that
power
way.
comes great responsibility.
I was gonna say we're gonna expect more out of you, Bougie Eric. If that's what's gonna happen, we expect a lot more out of you.
5
So-
times. We're back.
I know. So we're all the way back to 5x now. So James, Merry Christmas to you. So thank you, Sherry. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas to yourself and everybody else as well. JW here, feeling the hobby is setting itself up for a Tiger King type docudrama. We're literally on it all the time. We're literally never not on it. Look, people get bored. People get bored when there's the real takeaway points were supposed to be. And I laughed because it's like, I listened to it. It's like, you completely missed the point. The point is, no, question me. If you have any concerns about ulterior motives or that, question me. But I 100% want you to. I also want you to question the people questioning. I want you to question everybody. And because there could be ulterior motives, there could be personal agendas, there could be personal vendettas involved, there could be people just don't like each other, and that plays into the coverage or the discussion. So if there's a built-in bias of any kind, you should question it. That's part of the equation. And by the way, if you're concerned about bias in stuff that I talk about here or on my own videos, play it into it. So be like, okay, so I'm listening to what he's saying, but these other biases I think he has, so then factor that in and then weigh it accordingly. And then that's it. That's all you got to do. And then do the same thing for everything else. And I think that's fair. So real quick, Hockey Barn Collectibles. Bruins Hockey has ruined Baby Jesus' birthday. Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Followed by cheers. I like that. All right. All right.
that's not cool. No.
Orlando says Bobbles is innocent. So frankly, that's good. He's got a 52 Mickey Mantle. Like, I'm going to trust that guy.
Yeah.
There you go, James. He pays me well. Nicely
See,
done.
now it makes sense.
The rumors start from that.
Yep.
Yep. There you go. Merry Christmas. Have a good one.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but it's all good. Like for me, it's fun because truthfully, it's not going to change what I do. It's not. I listen to it. It's like, okay, that's fine. I actually had no issue with because I got a bunch of messages like, oh, there's a rebuttal. It's like, actually, you know what? All things considered, I didn't mind the rebuttal. I still don't agree, but I actually didn't mind it. I was actually all right with it because then it leads to the discussion, and at least it's based on something, and the clip was included, so I'm happy with it. But to be clear, if I want to talk about somebody specifically, I will name somebody specifically. Or I will put a clip specifically. I don't like talking in circles. I'd rather just, this is what I'm talking about. This is who we're talking about. I'd rather just name names and be done with it. That's my preference. That way we're not accidentally hitting people with stray bullets. Rather just direct it at your target and be done with it.
And
Yeah,
again,
innuendo kills, right?
Yeah. Like, it's a waste of my time, though. I'd rather not leave it open-ended for somebody who has nothing to do with it to believe that they could be talking about them. It's like, actually, we're not talking about you. Like, no, if it's you, we will make sure that you're aware of it.
I mean, I know
They've
for a
been talking
fact
about
I
you,
even
Bobble.
said
Exactly.
the entire community, like we didn't specify one person or
No.
whatever.
It was the
said
genre. It was the
entire
genre. It was
area
the genre. And there are a number of
Right.
folks who right now are operating in the space with that genre. And I use card porn as the example because card porn now has been questioned for having allegiances, which they clearly do, and I believe they do. But a lot of that was already set up before. So it's one of those things like you shouldn't act surprised where that allegiance is in place because we already had the evidence prior. The evidence was literally in, like I said, the live stream. So who are they hanging out with? Who are they associating with? The rest of it should fall into place after that. But we have video footage of that. We can see it. And that was kind of my take on that piece. It's like after that, then discount everything they say. And I think that's fine. Now, Bobby, just out of curiosity, I did want to bring it up since you have it there in your mouth. You were influenced by the IRP. Do you want to quickly explain how Bob Lewis indirectly ended up with a purchase of yours?
Yeah, well, see, I was watching the IRP, and then Bob's eating spicy sausage. He's Norwegian, so he doesn't deal with spice very well. But he kept eating it. It's one of those things you got to eat, and it gets.
But he also
hot
kept eating. Like he really did keep
because
eating.
you're trying to defeat the heat every time you eat a little bit more and eat a little bit more. It never goes away. So, anyways, I'm shopping and I'm kind of looking, because I grew up with hot rods. I don't know if you guys remember them. They were long, and anyways, and I don't really like those sausages, at the shows and whatnot. I don't even buy them. But these ones I always kind of liked. So I was walking down the aisle and I seen the hot rods, and then I thought of IRP, and then I went, and then in the basket they went, and here they are.
Hashtag influencer. It actually happened. It did in fact happen.
It's
Amazing.
all Bob Lewis's fault.
It is
It
100% Bob. This is a legitimate case that Bob Lewis was in fact an influencer. That did
So
happen.
he's been outed. Yes. Now. Yep. There we
Yep.
go.
See, we name names.
Yeah, we do name names. Like, no, that's who it is. It's Bob Lewis.
Even attack Hall of Famers.
True. YouTube Hall of Famers are not above reproach.
Mhm.
Facts. It's all right. I'll
Probably
renew my
won't.
impeachment
Very
drive
true.
for 2023. We'll make it happen. Cool. So let me go in here and we'll look at a couple of things. I'm actually kind of monitoring an eBay thing. It's funny because we talk about the thing and I laugh because somebody's like, it's like, oh, Carlos is involved in the hobby. It's like, dude, I'm literally waiting to bid on something on eBay right now.
It's a good time to bid.
Yeah,
Because
as
a
I'm
lot of
doing
people are busy.
a holiday hobby live stream.
It just takes one person to be away from the computer for
Yeah,
full time.
people are busy tonight. Now's the time to bid.
That's what I mean. Now is
Yeah.
the time to strike. I think I'm gonna set a snipe on this. I've got some time just so that I don't get
Look
distracted.
at Brad smiling. He's doing the same damn thing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They're probably both bidding on the same.
Well, I doubt that. That part I doubt.
He likes Medano.
Honestly, it made me think. I just was like, I think everything I got bids. I have nothing ending tonight. I just had to go in and check though, just to make sure.
What's funny is that there is a PWCC auction tomorw, and here's the thing: I looked at it; it's kind of weak. Like I really didn't see anything interesting. I go,
No good steals.
Usually I can find a couple of stuff for like the 53 Bowman set. Nothing really that I saw. 53 tops would be nice if I saw something on there. I got to look at it one more time, but I didn't see anything that caught my eye.
No
Not at first
Robertson
glance.
cards. No.
No, it was pretty quiet. Even the
Sorry,
fathers
Bobbles.
was pretty weak. Even that was kind of weak. Juan Soto, like I scanned through a lot of different players I collect just to see if maybe there's something. Nothing that excites me. I'd rather pocket the cash if that's all they're offering me. So,
Gotcha.
but that's kind of the key though. It's like, it's what we've talked about here a bunch of times. It's like, look, I like grabbing stuff. I love getting mail. I love getting stuff. It's fun. But at the same time, like if it doesn't make sense, how about I just save the money and wait until something that's a little more interesting? Because we can afford to be a little picky right now. Right now is a good time to be picky.
It's funny how we never outgrow enjoy getting mail.
Yeah.
We always look forward to what I get.
It's Christmas year round, basically, because at that
You're not
point it's
using
like,
bolts?
Yeah, that kind of defeats kind of Christmas a little bit. Takes it down a couple notches.
that's true. But like I said, when I win the PWCC auction thing, if I do win something on there, it makes more sense for me to leave it there for a little while and then consolidate one shipment. So that's why we did
Oh,
the
yeah,
vault
that's
conversation last
right.
night. But I go, the idea here isn't to leave it there forever. The idea though is to have enough stuff where it makes sense for me to do one shipment as opposed to getting charged shipping every single time.
So on average, how many times do you get shipments from Ship My Cards in a year?
Right
a
now
month?
it's maybe about twice a month, give or take.
Oh, twice a month. Wow.
Yeah, about twice a month. Because if I'm actually, now it depends on how much stuff I'm winning. Like if it's actually quiet for a little while, then I'll wait. Then there's no reason to. But if I've got enough stuff to warrant it, then twice a month is enough because I don't need it to build up there for a while. It's like because I'll have like 20 or 30 different lots worth of stuff, and it's like, all right, let's ship it over. I like at least getting some mail once in a while on a semi-regular basis.
Twice a month.
I go every couple of months with ship my cards, but
That's fair.
it all
Yeah.
depends. It's been slower for me in a way the last few months, so I just let them pile there. Although they actually start charging you now if you store stuff for over 30 days, so
Oh, really?
that's
I think it's more than 30 days, Yannick. I don't think.
or
It's 30.
maybe a little more, but nothing to cry about. Just
No, I think you've got enough time. You've got enough time to
something
make
new.
it.
Yeah. And
The
I
first
finally
Canadians only
sent
have
home
30
ComC
days.
stuff, but my ComC in Bern, maybe with the weather that Vancouver had there, my stuff has been stuck there for a week.
Nice.
There's
So,
typical
yeah.
hobby, you know. I boycotted PWCC.
Yeah.
I don't remember why. It's like, shoot.
Yeah,
didn't they
but
do
here's the thing.
something
Here's the
wrong?
thing, and I've chatted with folks about this before. If somebody legitimately has an issue with a lot of their background, their history, their practices, look, I don't blame you. I totally understand. So if the question is like, is PWCC had a shady past? Tons. They got tons. They got a whole. You could do a docuseries just on PWCC's transgressions and alleged transgressions. Just that. But the truth is that they also do have a platform, and sometimes cards on there that interest me are there. And if I can get them for the price that makes sense to me, I'm gonna
Never
get it
burn
where
a
it's there.
bridge. Why burn the bridge?
Yeah, like I'm gonna use the platform because as long as I get what I want out of it, it's valid for me.
At whatever price, you know.
But that's right.
Even if they are shilling it, it's still up to you to buy that, right?
You're at 20%.
Oh,
No, that's why.
Do you know
I-
things though, Bobby? Like,
that's
are you
why I
worried when you
said-
buy something? Are you worried about being shilled? I'm never worried about being shilled.
me? Never. No.
Never.
Because
Like, I'm gonna bid.
I
I'm
always have
gonna
my
bid
price
accordingly.
point in my head, right?
So do
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
Right?
So-
Like, I'm just not worried about it. It's just
But-
one of those things.
But when you get friends going against you and you kind of know who's going to show up, I wonder who's going to show up because we're all kind of in the same game. It's like, damn, I would have got that for 200 cheaper. It's freaking,
Well,
anyways, you know.
Yeah.
I
The
just,
thing of what you bid on, Bobby, that's like you pretty much know almost the other guys they're bidding against.
well, most people can't see the stuff that I see because I have the USA based account, right? So anything that won't ship internationally, I get to see, and most Canadians don't. That's my secrets. Oh shoot! Oh, happy Christmas, everyone. Anyways,
There you go.
I'm convinced that somehow.
that's the truth.
I'm convinced somehow Brad has hacked my eBay account, and he bids against me. I haven't won anything on eBay in 2 years.
Because you have no money left, Eric.
You mean there's other people who wants Reggie Lumley's?
I was gonna say, like you pretty much should have cornered the market on that.
Yeah.
John Wax Jordans, Merry Christmas to you too.
5 channels.
Yeah, and a shout out to one of our watchers, Jeff. How's it going? We met. He bought the who was it? The Cujo card, the Tiffany 90.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
so he contacted me, got in touch, and we met. And he lives in local. And anyways, we talked for about a half an hour, 45 minutes. He really enjoys the show.
Beautiful. And Eric, I think you ran into somebody who's seen the show before as well.
Yeah, I was at work today,
More stuff we
and
got?
someone came up behind me and said, "Excuse me," and I turned around and they asked me if I was me.
It wasn't Brad.
I said,
And they threw chocolate
am.
sticks.
And your first instinct was no.
well, you never know. 'cause
Why?
I've done a lot, you know, like- so
Is that really you?
no, I mean, it could have been a jealous husband.
Hard radio.
You know, you never know. So, super nice guy. He was up from the Carolinas for Christmas with family, and says, you know, he wanted to check the shop out because I have talked about it, and he hasn't commented before. I asked him what his handle was. He hasn't commented before. I encouraged him to do so
Same thing with mine. Yeah.
in the future, and to say hi, and he said he would, and he told me that
Well,
he
maybe
loves-
tonight's the night.
yeah, well, who knows, but super nice guy. Said he loved the show, and it was really nice to meet him, and I appreciated him stopping and saying hi to me.
There you go. Good stuff. And I do encourage, because I know there are folks that do watch kind of just in the background, and they won't. Feel free to say hello from time to time. You don't have to chime in the chat all the time, but if you want to say hello from time to time, it's always appreciated. Because, like I said, I don't have to work too hard. The math is very obvious. I can see who the regular commenters are, and then I'll kind of look at how many people are watching, and I go, there's a disconnect here. Like I can tell there's a big gap between
Oh,
the
yeah.
amount of people actually watching and then the amount of people commenting. It's like, you can say hi, it doesn't have to be a commitment to a full conversation, but at least say hello once in a while.
Yeah, we always know names there. He's just not posting.
That's right. He's lurking in the background, though. He waits
Uh-huh.
to pounce
Yes.
when the moment is right. Hockey 66. People actually watch this? They do. Allegedly.
They shouldn't.
It's an allegation. It happens, man. Tom, good evening. Happy holidays. Absolutely. Friends and Eric. Correct, Tom?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. Victor, happy holidays. Absolutely. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Victor.
Sure.
I don't know why Victor has to, call us names right here on the Christmas weekend, but that's fine.
As he should. Like, come on. Oh, by the way, to Victor and also anybody else who hops in who usually has been here before, if anybody's actually been here before, I do have my Instagram open, so you're more than welcome to hit me up on a message. I can shoot you a link if you want to hop in and say hello. Again, you're not committed to hanging out for the duration, but if you want to pop in and say hi, just message me. My Instagram
Couple
handle
minutes.
is... Actually, I got to update that because that's the old Instagram handle. I don't think that's going to
Oh.
work.
Mm.
That's what happens when I go on the other computer. So now I actually got to go and adjust it. So I will. But I will adjust it to the correct Instagram handle, and then you can reach out to me and just ping me and you can message me there. If you already have me on
Funny,
Instagram,
his
though, you're-
name is
And we won't-
old, but yet Eric's is still Beckett subject matter expert.
oh, he'll be dealt with in due time. Don't worry about that.
The night before Christmas and all through the house, 6 idiots were talking much louder than a mouse.
Not much.
There we go. That's better. Perfect. So let's check this out here. Mod called. Happy holidays to you as well. Absolutely. Josh here. Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yes, sir. And I'll be doing the New Year's Eve as well. I'll be back in the unusual place, and I'll do that, and we'll figure that out and set that up. And it'll be the
You
same
guys
thing.
were
I'll invite
talking
him.
about your buying and stuff tonight.
Yep.
Next Saturday would probably be a good one too. I don't know if you caught the autograph episode I did, but one of the cards I mentioned in that episode was a Robertson Pride of a Nation that I bought, and it actually ended just a couple minutes after midnight New Year's last year. So it was like the ball dropped, and all that, and then I was like, bid.
It works, man. It works.
That good old Robertson pump and dump. I know it.
Keep pumping.
You
Oh.
swung.
Keep
Hey.
pumping.
That's what Eric was doing.
I don't know if Carlos told you guys, but the plan has worked because
It has.
after the video that I did where I said don't buy him, his stuff one popped back up that I really wanted.
How
And it popped-
convenient.
Yeah.
It popped into a price range that I kicked myself for not buying it at before, and so this time I went ahead and bought it. But I was able to snag a future watch. So
Oh, nice.
357. Absolutely. Hello. Good evening. What is everybody drinks of choice this evening? There you go. I think I think Brad and myself have the beer going.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Coors Light.
You got a Pepsi Light. You got a Pepsi Max there. There you go. I think they just call it Pepsi Zero
Coffee?
now, right?
I think that's zero. Mine's diet.
Pepsi Zero sugar. That's
Yeah.
that's what I drink.
By the way, I don't know why they didn't just leave it as Pepsi Max. It was the same thing. I liked it fine as Pepsi Max. It was good.
Well, the Max threw people off because it should be min. I guess.
To be honest, as long as the flavor was fine, which is always my thing, it's like it tastes fine for what it is. It works quite well.
They just improved it like 2 weeks ago. New
Why?
and improved taste. I was happy with the last thing.
They do tweak with that formula a little too much. I actually thought it was pretty good. Like
Long.
at home, when I go over to the pharmacy and they've got like the little 6-pack things in there, the regular Coke, they've got a million of them, but they keep selling out of like the Pepsi, the Coke Zero and the Pepsi Zero. Those ones sell out. Like people buy them all the time. It's like it goes really quick here. It's like all
Cherry
right.
Coke? Yeah, they bring in less of that, and it goes actually a lot faster.
Oh yeah, this is one of those things. The guys level it out a little bit. Like people are actually buying that pretty quick, pretty
Nothing
regularly.
makes you feel better than having a double cheeseburger with a diet. So,
Works for me, man. No, but that's the thing, though. I honestly think Diet Coke is worse than the Zero. I actually prefer the Zero. Like, I don't know what the difference in formulation. I think it tastes
is
better.
it aspartame versus whatever?
Sucralose?
Maybe.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but it might be. Honestly, it might be something like that. I don't know.
Because I use.
I don't like the taste of any of diet. pop.
That's fair.
Or soda.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind having the original myself, but truthfully, with the amount that I like to drink, it would be a terrible idea.
It's 9 tablespoons of sugar. So
Yeah, it's like it would be a horrific idea.
Who here that may have some
Teaspoons, sorry.
inside knowledge would agree that Carlos drinking a lot would be a bad idea? Raise your hand if you have inside knowledge and believe that Carlos drinking too much would be a bad idea.
I think it's outside knowledge because everybody sees him drink every time he's.
No. Too much. Too much is the key.
Everybody, like I said,
Define too
everybody
much.
sees him drink.
Define too
when
much,
are
sir.
you referring, Eric?
I was going to say, define too much.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Maybe it's not enough.
What happens in Toronto stays in Toronto.
It's
right.
not Toronto. It's Mississauga.
Then let's talk about it.
I was going to say, it's like you can talk about anything you like. I did a live stream after that. It really wasn't an issue. I didn't have a problem.
We're just having fun.
So, what subject matter is Eric going to opine on tonight? He appears to be an expert on drinking, apparently. Glass of wine. There you go, Orlando. Alexander Keats. There you go. Goes back to the days. I already told Brad, if I go down by those parts, I better be over at the factory. Alexander and Keats, I were homie back in the days.
Absolutely.
Rum and Coke. There you go. There's another classic.
Great. You got Josh drinking. Jeez.
No such thing as too much. Hockey Barn. That's right. Absolutely. I've been doing everything in moderation, including excess.
So what does
I've got
everybody
pizza
have
in
for
the name.
dinner on Christmas Eve?
So I have to get kind of partially answer. I know it was like a glazed ham and some things on the plate. So I can check. I can check
Some
with
things on the plate. I love it.
Bobby. I don't give a crap. I was like, whatever. Just put it on the plate. I don't care. Makes a
It's
difference to
food.
me.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, I'll eat it. It works. So I don't know. Bobbles, you want to chime in on that one?
The missus just fixed. They're watching the Polar Express right now. Well, they might be done actually by now, but every year the kids all sit, even though they're older, she makes them watch the Polar Express and have hot cocoa and all that, and then she fixes like finger food type stuff and little like the chicken nugget stuff and all that, just simple little appetizer type foods, and everybody grabs what they want. So
Nice.
There you go. I like this comment. Heard ham. I am here. You are.
tomorrow is the massive dinner. Like, so
Cabbage roll, carrots,
today
and
is
what?
light.
We
Yeah, so-
had the smorgasbord.
Yeah, roast beef, lasagna, cabbage rolls, carrots, corn. There you go, Josh. Look at you.
Not for Christmas. I meant prior to tonight. Like,
Well, I think
what do you have for Christmas? Turkey is like turkey, ham, duck.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like I said, and Bobby knows this. Like, I don't care about the regular meals, but however, there is quite a dessert platter for after I end up going offline. Apparently, they got apple pie. They got a bunch of stuff back there that I say, all right, I'm in on this. This I'm into.
Nice.
Carlo likes the duff.
Yeah. It's like this. This I'm interested. In.
Yeah, that's for sure.
This part I'm interested in.
Did you have poutine?
Nope. Tonight we had.
I didn't even say your name. What the hell?
You assume, sir.
I knew what you were referring to.
I've
He
been
could have been
called
talking to
poutine guy
Bobbles.
all the time.
I
so
was.
just
I was talking
assumed
to
it.
Eric. I got
Sure.
that Boston poutine. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
Sure. With grated cheese too.
Processed. He's like they created the process. Oh my God!
Squeeze
Why?
out the tube. What's that? spring cheese?
Oh, cheese whiz.
That's
Cheese
spring
whiz.
cheese.
Oh no!
That was
Good
just
Lord.
wrong.
There you go. There you go, Orlando. So Alan here says tamales. There you go. All right.
Wow.
There you go. I like the variety.
That's kinda cool.
I've been pretty impressed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed.
Brad,
That's
what
all
did you have?
Chinese food.
Right. Perfect.
Hey,
you gotta,
that
order,
keeps on
you gotta
giving.
order it in, right? It's easy. It's down on the counter. Me and Sherry had it. It's great.
Ginger beef.
do you want to say it?
No,
All right.
we
So
just went
we're
with
getting
the usual.
Carlos Senior sighting here in a second.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, Mr. Carlos.
All right. So real quick, you already got Bobby here in the middle. So this one here is Bobbles. He's the one who sent the Christmas card. So I'll open that up a little bit later. So you got Yannick, you got Brad here, and you got whoever this guy is. I don't know who he is. The other
Merry
guy.
Christmas,
Some random
sir.
guy.
Yeah, no, he's the guy who's paying for the live stream though. Every time somebody hits a like, he has to pay for it.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah. So 1 second, if you do want to put that on, then you can actually hear them. Go ahead. It's all you.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I see everybody having something to drink. Water at least.
Coffee.
That, I'm with you, my friend.
There you go.
That's
There you go.
So
I
Carlos
can see
said
your
you guys
thing
are
here.
having dessert.
So Josh, you
Not
said-
yet.
Not yet.
No, he's already. He came just for the apple pie.
Yeah.
Just for the apple pie.
I'm not putting up with these
Okay,
people
we
for
got-
anything less.
Ham, we got rice, we got this, we got that.
Whatever.
An apple pie. I'm done with that. Done.
All right, great. That's great. I could have skipped to the apple pie. I don't care about that crap. The rest of that.
I'm
crap.
coming.
Yeah, you see, yeah, they are inviting themselves.
I'm sure they are. Yeah. Well, look. Do you think Eric has gotten that svelte figure by avoiding food?
Why?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
The life is just that. Beer and food, my friend.
Oh, I got the beer.
Coke
The
and-
beer I've got. The beer I'm good. Yeah. Absolutely.
food,
So
good friends.
you can wish them all a Merry
Yeah.
Christmas and
Yeah. Okay, then everybody have a wonderful Christmas, and I hope they still alive by New Year, and then Happy New Year.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
That's
You as
important
well.
too.
You too,
Thanks
sir.
so much.
Thank you.
nice.
Okay, I'll let you enjoy the conversation with the guy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can give him the wave off like the Queen. Nice.
Ta-ta.
There you go. So there you go. There's your Carlos Senior. A new tradition. Carlos Senior on the live stream.
Yeah, it's
Makes
always
it a
good to see you.
tradition now.
Well, it does. You do it twice in a row. It's a tradition at that point.
Okay, let's wait.
You got to bring him back over for the after show so we can talk to him candidly.
What's that?
So you got to bring him back up for the after show so we can actually talk to him candidly.
Oh, it's the same crap. It's like there's no difference. What on earth makes you think there should be a difference?
I have questions.
Oh, you can ask as many questions as you want, and half of it he'll spend making fun of you the way that I would. Don't worry, I've dealt with you, Bougie Eric. You can ask as many questions as you want. Almost every horrible thing I am, that has some responsibility. I want you to think about that. That's all you need to know.
He puts on a good act.
Oh, but that's my favorite part. Is a lot of people say, "Oh, your dad's so nice." Oh, you people don't know. You don't know a damn thing. I just don't hide it. That's the only difference between me and Carlos Senior. I don't hide it. He's gotten good at it. All right, let me go here real quick. I'll read a couple of these.
Age comes wisdom.
I had chocolate sticks, chewed up Bobby or rookie cards, and one chocolate bar. Love it, Paul.
That's good.
Come on, Paul.
I'm here for a very bougie Christmas. Roasted raccoons. International borders. Good evening. I like it. All right, so this is Hockey Barn Collectibles for you, Brad. Chinese from where?
Yeah, I just sent it in the chat. Sherry did. Feng Hua.
Got it. All right, cool. Thank you, Sherry. Appreciate
Excellent.
that. Just getting caught up here. Colorado Sports Card Dude. Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Yep, that was the answer to that question. And good evening, Merry Christmas. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah. He was looking forward to it. He was ready for his cameo appearance. So when the moment was right and he was ready to come over, I made sure he had his moment so you guys could chat with him for a sec. Yeah, but it's one of those things. He doesn't move around as much with the stuff. He's got to have his cane and stuff. So it's like when he's ready, it's like, all right, now you're ready. Okay, let's go.
Always good to see him.
Yep.
Anyone opening anything tonight or tomorrow?
So I've got
Present-wise?
the from Mrs. Bobbles. I've got the holiday card with the lovely wax seal and everything, the whole 9 yards. So I'll grab that in a minute. Hey, listen, if she's gonna do the extra, we have to acknowledge. We must acknowledge the extra effort put into the wax seal. Respect. We have to give it that. So I'll grab that. But outside of that, no. I think
Did you
there's some
guys get
presents and
anything
stuff.
yet, or what?
I definitely got something.
I'm going to open this tonight.
All right.
Garbage Pail Kids Sapphire Edition. I don't really know.
There's a sapphire edition. Of course there is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
A
gotcha.
buddy of mine gave that to me, so I'm
Nice.
saving it I'm going to open that up tonight.
Sounds fair. All right, so we're okay.
I
Here we
got
go.
something for the morning, but I got one for the miss and I got one for me. So
All right,
Nice.
so there's a couple of
hangers.
hanger packs.
yeah,
Nice.
they're available now as much as you want.
Well,
Target
my only
here
regret
loaded.
when I got those AEW blasters, my only regret was that they had a limit of 2 on the online. I thought about ordering a couple more sets because I once I opened the first set, I was like, actually, this is pretty good. I wouldn't mind opening a couple
If
more.
you order through Walmart right now, which is free
Walmart.
shipping, all that
Yeah.
stuff, it was like 48 hours. It was at my door, but yeah, there's a limit of 2.
Yeah, but they. Yeah, that's where I ordered it from. I went on Walmart online. I was like, "Oh, finally we got blasters. This is great." Somebody told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, that's fantastic! Finally, I can order some. That's awesome."
Yeah, no, there's a
Yeah,
limit.
but those were baseballs, so no one really cares.
Sure.
All right, so this 357 actually gives us an opening. Bobbles, this is our moment. We never got a chance actually to talk about Ovechkin 802 at all. Like, barely. We had like a second. I think we had like a second, and then we got devolved into other things.
Yeah, I talked briefly about it.
Yeah. Do you want to chime in at all on this one? To me, goal scoring wise, he's right at the top of the mountain. Like, it's his proficiency, especially in this era, and the gap between him and like Crosby has my reluctant respect. And I mean reluctant. I really don't like Crosby, but I reluctantly will respect him. But the gap in goals between the two guys is ridiculous. Crosby, playmaker wise, obviously Crosby's the better playmaker. But goals wise, it's Ovechkin by like a country mile. But by the way, Crosby has had an amazing career, and he's not a bad goal scorer at all. And the gap still is ridiculous between those two guys, but that's testament more to Ovechkin's ability in that category. Than
How big
Crosby.
is the gap? How far is that?
I think Crosby's like what 530, 540 goals wise, something like that.
200-300 goals behind.
Yeah, and Ovechkin's at 802. So it's like, but like it's not normal. 802 is like nobody else. There's only two other guys who even got close to that. It was Gretzky and Howe. Those are the only two guys in that category. That was it.
Yeah, but Robertson's coming.
Oh yeah. Well, like by like next Thursday, I think Bobbles. We're gonna have it like sometime next Thursday. He'll be like at least 400 or 500 goals by that point.
Should be, yeah.
Gotta go for it.
There you go. AEW. So we got to do the pump now. Now that he has the cards, now he's got to pump him back up.
Yeah.
He's got a green PMG. He's good to go.
The cup's coming out. If I can get opportunity there, I mean,
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a solid point. If what Josh is saying is true, I might have to do another order while I'm doing the live stream. Carlos is doing some shopping while the live stream's happening.
my thoughts on the Ovi thing, and this is coming from someone that, in fairness, I can't sit and talk all time because I don't know everything about the older players and stuff. But coming from someone newer into hockey, I've been following relatively as a fan for about 3 years now, and I'm in the DC area. The accomplishment of the 802 is amazing, and I don't know how you wouldn't put him in the top 5. But I think another thing that makes him special, and maybe it's just for me because I'm also in this area, but Gretzky didn't do it all with one team, and Howe also was on some multiple teams. Ovi has done it all with the Capitals, and I think that's pretty awesome too, because the fans that have followed him along the whole time have gotten to experience and witness it from day one. So
Howe was only with Detroit though.
what's that?
He did have a couple of goals with the Whalers at the end. Just a couple.
Oh, WHA, yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, but he played 1 year in the NHL with the Whalers.
NHL.
1 year.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's right.
79.
His last
one.
year. He did have, I think it was 15 goals with the Whalers. 15. I think it was 15.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So at that point, he was like 147
For
years
a
old.
50-year-old guy,
Yeah, like
exactly.
it was like, look, 15 goals in the NHL at like age 5,000. Like, respect. Congratulations to you. That's still worthy of
Yeah,
of
it
some
was
acknowledgement.
total. The WHA didn't, but yeah.
Well, he wouldn't have been in the 800 conversation if he didn't have this
Correct.
either.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because I think Detroit was 787, I believe was the number, and then the last 15 goals were in that 1 year in Hartford.
Yeah, I'm
So
surprised he didn't go to
WHA
800 with
goals in there.
Detroit.
But there's no hockey I shouldn't say historian. A hockey analyst, take the top 10 analysts in today's marketplace. There's none of them that have Ovi in their top 5.
No.
So if you use all the typical guys, if you've Gord Miller, Bob McKenzie, Craig Button, whoever you're going to use, the big hockey heads that are in existence today, none of them have Ovi in their top 5. So not
right now.
We're talking about overall of all time, like not goal scorers. Obviously, that's a different category, but
Right.
and a lot of them have Crosby. Craig Button just put Crosby in at number 5, bumping out Belleville.
It's tough because as a playmaker, I understand his point, but Ovechkin has a more physical game than Crosby.
Yes.
True, no, but like there,
And that's the problem with Gretzky as well. Like Gretzky, in terms of sheer goal scoring power, like in his heyday, like it was ridiculous. We're not comparing apples to apples when we're doing that, but like physicality, Gretzky doesn't even enter the conversation. He cowers away from real contact. Like fair enough, but Ovechkin was willing to like pursue contact. And again, the reason why I personally rank Lemieux a little bit ahead of Gretzky personally is because Lemieux could push people around a little bit. He had the size. He could actually move some people if that was his decision. And he could also do the skill, and he had the rest of it. But he got injured. We didn't get a chance to see the full breadth of his capabilities for the length of time. If they have an equivalent amount of games, we have a very interesting conversation between Lemieux and Gretzky. A very interesting conversation.
Yeah, you take the teams out of them. The personal player, yeah, it's a little different for sure.
Yeah, but you can put it all together and analyze it, and we're all. What makes it so good is we're all going to have different points and all different views. And that's why I like looking at it as a whole. Take my bias out of it.
Mhm.
Let's put some really smart guys in, and let's see how they rank them.
All right,
And
so
then
one
judge
here
it
from
from
me.
Just take off one then. Like I said, I was trying to go backwards real quick, but yeah, just make it 786.
Yeah.
It's like I appreciate you running the numbers, but it's like 786 and then 15. All right.
And then again,
Just real
it's
quick.
hard to compare eras too, right?
It is, yeah.
So
But that's
that
the
is-
reason why the Gretzky thing is kind of weird, because you acknowledge the numbers, but the 1980s was a completely different beast than the era of the year before that and the era right after that.
It's almost like everything goes in a 20-year period of time.
Mm.
It seems, the 10s and 20s were kind of the same, the 30s and 40s, whatever,
The only
50s, 60s.
We haven't had anything equivalent though to the 80s. The 80s was
70s
kind of
and
its own
80s.
beast.
Well, the 80s, yeah.
The 80s is its own thing, man. It was video game numbers. Like it really was for a lot of guys.
and taking that into account, I understand that, but I think the only other player that would be in Ovi's category for goal scoring only, just pure goal scoring.
Bossy?
Yes.
Guaranteed, yeah.
Yeah. Like as a pure goal scorer, I'd agree.
So those
So do I.
are the two guys in the conversation, and if anyone else doesn't understand that, then they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I agree with you. Josh got my top 5 right there.
Yeah. All right. I think that's fair. So we got Gretzky, Howe, Lemieux, Crosby, and who would put your fifth is Orr. And I think
not
that's I
that
think it's
order,
fair.
not in that order, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
but I think it's a number. I think it's fair. Like I'm not going to put Ovechkin in the top 5, but I'm just saying like he does get a little underrated because he's still active.
Mhm.
But like the numbers he's putting up are ridiculous. Like they are legitimately ridiculous.
Mhm.
And it's almost not fair. One quick point I want to make as well. Josh was correct, so I did make the order. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate the heads up. Cover my bases. Got to make sure I take care of that. The blue line change has made a big difference. It is true. Brett Hall would be a pure goal scorer as well. He really was very successful. But that's why I made the joke that Ovechkin should study as a Padawan under the dark Sith Lord Brett Hall, who towards the end of his career figured out how to stand in one spot and just score.
Right.
It's like if Ovechkin, in addition to what he already does, if he can figure that one out, he can play until he's 45 and score 1,200 goals.
I agree with you 1,000%, and that's why I'm so glad as a fan, as a Howe fan, and someone who's looking to poke holes in Ovi. I was so happy that he hit 801 with a non-typical goal for him. He wasn't in his office.
Yes.
He wasn't just goal hanging. He wasn't waiting for the other guys to do all the work in the corners and feed him. He carried the puck into the zone, cut right, saw an opening, and just threaded that thing.
Mm.
So
I like
I was glad that he broke the record with a really nice goal scorer's goal.
Well, 802 wasn't his.
802 was him, was an empty netter. He just kind of now, mind you, he was like
Wow.
facing like backwards, and he
I
kind of
don't
just
think
flipped
he
it
saw the
behind.
net.
What's that?
I don't think he even saw the net. I honestly think that was like a pure one.
But the best part is he still hit the middle. He hit the middle, just doing it backwards.
Yeah, because he knows where it is. Because
That's
he's
right.
a goal scorer.
Yes.
All right, but I swear he wasn't looking. He was just like, I'm just gonna.
No, he
dump
no.
it.
Here's the thing: he was not looking, and he hit the middle of the net with the shot, which is
great.
what was funny. It was like, yeah, it was empty net, but here's the thing: there was a guy physically in his way, and he did like a backward shot thing, and it was like,
those count too. I'm not taking anything away from. I'm just like I said. I'll repeat it real quick. I'm very very happy that the goal that broke it wasn't an empty netter. He wasn't in his office being lazy. It was
wow.
gorgeous.
Zero goal scorer, Eric Wade over there, telling people it's like, well, you're being lazy. You're not scoring the hard way.
Well, I think Ovi's got 50 empty net goals.
A little over,
And I
yeah.
think in the last 10 years or so, the empty net goals really add up. And especially now when they're pulling goalies at 3 minutes, that's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Everyone's
In
getting
his
easy
defense,
goals.
he had a couple of years that the season got kind of screwed up on. So let's let those 50 slide.
No, but here's
Yeah,
the thing, though.
exactly.
Like
Well,
the record
doesn't
holder for empty net goals is also Gretzky.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no-
How much?
He's actually closing in. I think he's like about 5 or 6 away. Like he's actually close to like matching and breaking the empty
How much time did Ovechkin lost in his career so far with strike with time stoppage, work stoppage for the league work.
Isn't it like
At
a
least
season and a
a
half,
year
2
and a half, I
seasons?
think.
Yeah, I think it's a season and a half.
So like put that in total too overall. Like
Yeah.
maybe he would already be almost by Gretzky by now.
He would basically be able to. I think based on his normal production, he'd be in position to match him or beat him this season.
Because
Based on his previous production.
as much hockey as I'm following, because I haven't followed in like probably a decade, pretty sure he been 05, so he would have probably lost at least 2 seasons or a little
Close to
bit.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of one of those things is that like
Gretzky lost the season because of his back. He lost the season because of the strike. So there were definitely a lot of games missed for him.
Maybe a couple hundred games, you know.
Can we timestamp this now? That I think Ovi is going to, if he stays healthy, that he has potential to close in around. Me and my uncle were back and forth, so I checked what I said. My date would be February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2025.
Valentine's Day, for real.
February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2025. If Ovi's going to do it, that's going to be the day.
Remember the last prediction, Brad?
That was a
tire pass.
There was a lot of effort put into this. This is not just a random date we put out there.
Yeah, but is it tire pass? My question is to you is tire pass.
Yeah.
Pass.
If it happens, I'm gonna make sure the entire world knows that you're a witch.
We're gonna
Is it followed up with you suggesting that we burn him?
If he is that close,
I've already suggested that. You guys said no. You bunch of cowards.
If he is that close and there is indeed a game on February 14th of 2025 in DC, I will be sure to have tickets.
There you go. I'm coming. You know what? I'll get tickets now.
They'll be expensive.
You better book now.
Yeah,
they will be. But look, I'm looking forward. For me, I'm looking forward to the chase. I think the chase is officially on. But passing Howe is the beginning of the official chase, and it'll be every goal he scores. It'll be like marking off the little counter, slowly seeing chip away at it. I think that's exciting though. I think like speaking about separately from it for the genre, it is good for the game to have that chase there. People paying attention to it. Because as a side note, in the meantime, you got the Connor McDavids and a lot of the young guys doing their thing, and a lot of exciting. There's a lot of exciting stuff on the evenings. There's the Jason Robertson, Bobble's pump notwithstanding. There'll be a lot of that too. There's a lot of young guys who are doing a lot of very interesting things, which is good for the game. But then you got Ovechkin at the tail end of his career, still producing at a very solid clip right now in that latter portion of it. And if the chase is good and he's able to keep on and keep chipping away at it, I think that's good. I think that's good for attention for the game. I think that's good for the sport itself. It's a hopefully, I would like to see it. That would be good for, I think, everybody.
I think he's going to be fed the puck a lot. I think if they're going to give him the puck more and he'll be put on more shifts when they do have the goalie pulled, I think they'll be putting him
I think right now it's like
February is going to be way too late.
He deserves all that. He's earned the right to get all that opportunity to do it. As much as I'm not a fan of him for various reasons, but he's an incredible goal scorer and he deserves to be put out there in those opportunities.
True.
I think it's cool as like sports fans that we had, Pujols just a couple months ago get 700 homers, and now we have Ovi hitting 800 goals, and you had Judge doing his thing with the home run, and it's been a crazy past several months in sports, so it's been fun to watch.
Sports are easy.
No, but it's great to watch. It is exciting. I texted my buddy at the 75-minute mark of the soccer game, the World Cup final, and I said, I don't know how people actually watch this because I thought it was the boringest. Like, completely sent this to a group of all my buddies, and then all of a sudden it was 2-0, and then it was 2-1, and I went, huh? And I kind of sat up in my chair a little bit, and then I started watching, and at the end I was like, that was one of the greatest things I've ever watched in my life.
Wow. Okay.
Completely out. And the boys
He changed his tune. All right.
Kevin, you should have seen
Hat-trick
98 when
by
France won the first time. That was something.
Yeah. That was just awesome to watch them, like the Mbappe and like Messi being the older guy, and I was cheering. I was so happy that they won.
Yeah. It's always nice watching finals anyway, so.
Yeah. But up to 75 minutes, I thought it was complete. I was like, how do people watch this garbage?
It is, yeah. Nothing. Most of the games.
I agree.
It's pretty bad. Yep. All right. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on the countdown to this. Snipe is set, but I want to make sure. All right.
Oh.
So real quick, I'll put the couple of comments on here. Am I familiar with the NHL notorious name Alan Eagleson? Yeah, he was head of the Players Association. I'm familiar with him.
And he ripped off who?
He's famous for a lot of things.
He is famous for a lot of things.
My only regret about Alan Eagleson is that he's passed away, because I wish he was still alive and still in prison in Canada.
In the holiday spirit, in the holiday season, Eric wishes imprisonment upon others. Good, warm, wholesome feelings.
He ripped off Bobby Orr, so
if
you
anyone
can't like him.
You can't come up with anything good to say about that man. He belonged in prison.
Look, that's some harsh words about Bobby Orr. How dare you?
And I wish he was still alive, and I wish he was still in prison suffering.
Good Lord, Bobby Orr doesn't belong in prison. What are you doing?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
No, you're misquoting me again.
I have Bobby Orr on the screen. I don't know. You're still talking about imprisoning Bobby Orr and hoping, and it's like you wish he was still alive. Bobby Orr's still alive.
Yes,
you're trying to kill off Bobby Orr.
No, I would never want to do that.
Shenanigans. My goodness. Wow.
But
okay.
You just upset the baby Jesus, Eric.
Again. Bobbles, you're off the hook. Eric has upset baby Jesus way more. Trying to kill off Bobby Orr. This is terrible. What are you doing?
Eagleson was instrumental.
Eric's mom, where's she?
So that's for the players.
There you go. So, Brad, were you at the Finland-Canada exhibition game?
No, we actually gave our tickets to a friend of mine that took his son. So we gave those away last night, but we'll be going to all the other Canada games for sure. So
when is Boxing Day they're opening? Or?
Yeah, they go. Canada plays the 26th, the 28th, the 29th, and then they play the 31st against Sweden, and then semifinals, finals. So, yeah, I guess it was quite. But I watched it on TV last night.
Yeah, I got lots of Navy buddies who were there the whole week.
Oh
wow!
The city's on fire. The city is absolutely just a buzz right now. It's
open the store.
There you go. Exactly. All right. For the record, update on this. Nice. I won the auction by 98 cents. My snipe was exactly almost bang on. It was literally
you were shilled.
Oh, shilled all the way.
All the way.
They were so good at shilling, they did it under 5 seconds. That was amazing. Like, I don't know how they did it. Right up to the last penny. It was amazing.
Was that a comp card?
Oh, no, honestly, I don't remember what the last comp on this one was. I just thought the card was neat. I was like, I didn't actually have any specific reason I came up with that number, but I actually put like $88.98. So $88.98 Canadian is what the bid right underneath. Literally seconds before was 88 flat. So I won for $88.98.
Yeah, I put in the 98 actually bumped you over.
So that extra cents is what got it over the top, so that I won. I was like, dang, to the penny. Yee. Okay,
that's like $4 to us.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, just so you understood what they were saying. It's like
couple of toonies, right?
Oh, those
convert the toonies, Eric. Do it.
I was just giving those things away.
The toonie conversion. You need to. We're gonna have to work on it again next year.
The girl in the food court was so excited. I emptied my pockets, just dumped it. I probably gave her like $20. I don't even know. I was like, get this crap out of my pocket.
It was 600. But anyways,
I have no idea how much I gave her, but she was so appreciative.
Half a Gretzky.
Well, the problem was that Eric does this math all backwards. He's sitting there, this is worthless. It's like by the time it's done. By the way, Eric, that was like $500 US. Like you actually actually you just gave that away for nothing.
Eric was just walking around, opening his wallet and tell people, take the money.
It was like just whatever you think is fair.
Yeah, that's all I was doing.
It's like it's monopoly money anyway. So
yep. Yeah. So I already seen people saying Ovi needs to get 984 to beat Gretzky. People are dumb. WHA is its own deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. A real goal was slapped from the blue line like Bobby Orr or Bobby Hull. There you go. Uzenovic has missed a season and a half. It's something like that. Did Gretzky miss roughly half a season and a half due to injuries? It evens out though. He missed a season and a half due to injuries by the time his career was over.
I'm not trying to compare anyway. I'm just saying how much bigger the number could have been. So.
Well, no, here's the thing though. The reason why the season and a half is more relevant is that Gretzky missed most of his injuries towards his prime was already over by the time he really started getting hurt.
That back injury. He was with the Kings.
He was in his 30s already, man.
Yeah.
The 80s were over. The 80s were over. We're not giving him secondary assists because he's in the building somewhere.
He's
it's over.
League in points when he's with LA.
One time.
He was only getting 36 to 41 goals around that time.
He already the 50 goal seasons were over. Like it was done.
Yeah.
And I think he had one more 40 goal season. For the rest of his career, I think he averaged about as many as Eric.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty bad. Like it was Jesus. Holy crap.
His prime ran about 6 years.
I get the 80s were a little longer.
Stop.
The 80s were a little longer than that.
He's probably rated 6 years.
Look, I'm here for
No,
Gretzky.
his peak.
I am here
was
for
6 year
Gretzky
period.
slander. I'll give him a little more than that.
Well, most people have a peak of about 6 years, like probably like that is like 6 on the way up, 6 there, and 6 down. I don't know. Is that like 18
Well,
years?
if you look at his chart, you can see it. It kind of goes like this, and then it goes up. And then it kinda
I'm
comes
actually
down and
I'm
levels
pulling
off.
up. I'm
Yeah,
pulling
but
up his stats right now. I'm
He
pulling up his
goes
stats
from
right now.
212 to 170 to 150 points. Like,
It's
Okay.
not his fault. All right, you Torontoans, that
Torontans.
the Torontoans. It's
Torontonians.
not
he's still better with that goal
Not
in 93.
his
That's
fault
why.
that the ref missed that call in '94.
Oh,
So
I
stop
need-
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Haters, because that's what this is all
What a
about.
coincidence! That season was the last time he was relevant. Please go on.
Just because he scored a hat trick and went in game 7.
I'm not a Leaf fan, but it's still funny. It's still
and
funny
he
to poke
was-
at
and
it.
It was probably the best Gretzky has ever played in his life. Was in that series and in game 7.
Yeah, it was really bad. And the following season, he was a point a game player and a -20. Kinda
It's
sucks.
not his fault that the ref missed the call. So stop hating on him.
You know, for the rest of his career, he was a minus player. Did you know that? For the rest of his career, all of it.
Brad,
He literally was never a positive player ever again.
St.
Brad, help
Louis,
me out.
New
I
York.
agree. Eric, I have your back 100%.
Thank you.
Me and Carlos don't like all my goats. Carlos loves this. Like this is just like my tiger, my
They
Brady.
almost
That's-
Carlos' favorite. Yes.
Well, to be fair, Brad, the Gretzky one is me just kind of having some fun because it is
Tiger.
fun. But the Brady, I got reasons. I got a beautifully crafted case. You born witness. I have a beautifully crafted case for Mr.
How
Brady.
come you never made actually a video on that? Like like all the goats that I hate. Mike Trout,
All the
part
ghosts that I hate.
one, Tom Brady part 2, LeBron James part 3, whatever.
I don't care about LeBron James.
I don't
care
know.
about
Just
him.
saying, like make a series. Like
Yeah.
when you hit.
But in order to have a
Carlos,
series, I have to have multiple. Like, look, Brady, at least I can make fun of. Fishboy sucks. Like, he's not a goat. It's like, my case is he
well,
sucks.
You might not be considered a goat by you, but he is by everybody else. So it's just,
When he actually plays games and is relevant and plays a playoff game, I'll talk about him. And
I
we
still-
wait.
Don't you think though? Like
but
in order
war,
to be,
Carlo, war.
you have to win. And I know these are team sports, but you have to be a winner to be. in
I'd
the
agree with that.
conversation for a goat.
But that's why I don't need to talk about Fishboy ever.
I agree with you 100%.
It's like, I don't even need to discuss him. At least I can make fun of Brady. I've got material. I can do it. It's like, let me tell you when this Super Bowl was invalid. Let me tell you why this
actually-
wasn't a thing.
How come you're not making more fun of him this year more than ever?
Because now it's too easy. Now it's like my joke is I'll just show footage of him sucking.
Yeah, that was just sad. You don't want to do that. Don't
Listen, a real man, Yannick, a real man can kick somebody when they're up.
That's right.
Hey,
I don't need to
I don't
wait
know if
until
y'all
he's down.
seen-
I don't
I
need to
don't
wait
know if
until
y'all
he's down.
seen the report of his. Apparently, he's got a new sidekick, and I don't know that I would say he's too
Sidekick, I don't think is the word you're looking for. By the way, she's married, and I think it's bullshit. I actually went and did a quick search, and the guy was literally at that game that the picture was taken, literally filming him praising Brady. I was like, maybe it's a 3-way. They're all involved in it. Like the husband's there.
I don't know. There's some report of some 26-year-old.
Hey, you said tonight we're naming names, so go ahead.
Well, I don't know what his name is.
I
Like
can't
I'd have to go
remember
look
the
at.
name.
I actually don't remember his name. He's this like he was like this bobsledder or something.
Hold on.
I'll find.
No,
it.
I don't think nothing. The girl, really? I check.
Yeah, I'm sure for research
may have-
purposes. I bet you did.
You might have checked, Brad.
For research, go on.
I was actually talking to Sherry about that. I did. A
Of
little
course you were.
research on it.
Of course you are.
She was
Veronica Rajek.
Yeah, well, Rajek is actually her husband's last name.
No,
Okay,
really?
Mrs. Rajak.
Yeah, like I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you. I will do the research. I'll find this stupid thing. Jesus. Let's see here. Yeah, Victor Rajek. So hold on. Olympic bobsledder. It was Olympic bobsledder. Hold on. I'll find this thing here.
Jamaican.
Yeah, sure.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
I think
that-
you're Carlos. You yeah.
People are too lazy, buddy. Like no one does anything. No one
Wow,
does
Bobbles, I was completely going to go against Carlos on this and say, nope, this is actually legit, but this is bad. She's married.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
I just seen the report of like them saying it was her. I didn't dive into.
But just for
like,
the record, I can't find.
relationship
I think he's moved his account to private. But just for the record, when I checked up on this Victor guy, he had an Instagram like a video of him at the game with Brady and her, and he's literally filming Brady like scoring a touchdown, going the goat, and then he turns and pans to her.
She's texting him.
They're literally at the game. He's probably the one who took the picture.
They're probably not together anymore today.
Sure, I guess so. Yeah. Like, but anyway, whatever. Like, look, y'all do whatever you want to do, but I was just like, it took like 4 seconds for me to figure that one out. That's some basic Google foo, not even the advanced. Let's see, 16-year-old Ovechkin, not to get. Now we get to see Bedard. There you go, solid.
Yeah. Connor Bedard.
Yeah, I'll show you the card. I've got it here.
That's a good one.
It's like, I'm sorry, Tom Brady left his first baby mama to go to Giselle, and now you're hoping he's got another model. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but we're going to need a little more evidence on this one.
Well, I'm quite confident. I think we all are on the panel this evening that he's going to do quite well for himself. I don't think he's going to have too much difficulties.
Well, he's got money. He'll be able to find somebody who will deal with him.
Does he still with FTX and everything?
Wow, that's a different issue entirely. That's a different conversation.
I'm just saying. You said he's got money.
Well, he had money.
He had money.
Maybe he needs to find out a supermodel who has more money than him.
A lot of that money's gone now, man. It all melted in the last 2 months.
If he's smart, he wouldn't have actually invested any of his own money in it.
No, I hope
you just take their advertising dollars and you don't actually contribute to it. We'll have to see. So let me scan here. Let me close this one for now. Let's take a look. I'll find it. I just recently learned the number 1 prospect in Bowman draft, Jackson Holliday, is the son of Matt Holliday. Fair enough. Missing game due to injury compared to lockouts are different. Yes, I agree with that. Global sports card investor. Merry Christmas as well. Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
And I think he's out in Australia, so I think they already had the Christmas. They're hours ahead of us.
Days, months.
not months. But they're definitely, I think about half a day or something. If memory serves me, something like that.
13 hours.
It's going to be the same thing for New Year's. It's going to be like, hey, Happy New Year. We had a Happy New Year half a day ago. We're having breakfast. We're already in 2023. Fair point. Who would win a Hobby Grinch Award? I like that question. Who's the Hobby Grinch other than Eric?
Yeah, definitely Eric.
Eric's the leader in the clubhouse, but we got to have somebody else. Like, come on. All right, real quick before I share the Hobby Grinch one. So this is the carding question that I was trying to win, and I have been victorious. So flashback fabrics with the North Stars jersey, I like that, and then we got the autograph on there, so not too bad.
Where's the red come from though? The red color.
I think it's a practice jersey. I'm pretty sure it's going to be practice jersey when I look at it.
Could be all-star.
It could be as well, yeah. There's some all-star ones, maybe.
jersey.
I'll double check it.
Is it the player one, or is it a jersey, or is it anybody's?
No, well, Upper Deck especially. This is 2008, so Upper Deck would have been using game worn of some kind.
Yeah.
It'll be something in there. I don't know which it'll be, but it'll be something like that. Yeah. And here's Global Sports Card Investor. So 1:30 p.m. So there you go. You can crunch the numbers a little bit. So that's 16 hours. Am I close?
What are we talking about?
So right here, it's Global Sports Card Investors in Australia. So they're saying it's 1:30 p.m. there. I've got 9:30 p.m. here. So that's 16 hours. Am I close?
Yeah, 14 hours. Yeah. Right.
17.
Fuck. No one can do math here. It's horrible.
Well, 4 hours is 1 a.m. and then you're 1 p.m. So that's another 12. So I'm saying that's why I'm saying 16.
16.
Yeah. So I'm saying 16.
Well, it's 9:30. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically what I came out. If I'm wrong, guys correct me. But
no, you're
but
good.
I think I'm
good.
close. AS never seems happy. Absolutely not.
Brad, is the boss there with you?
Yeah, she just brought me up some water there, and I was just going to show off every year I try to get something cool for my nephew who's 14 anyways, but I got him a set of game-used Austin Matthews gloves.
Wow.
Nice.
They're pretty cool. And you can see Matthews gets a new set of gloves. Like, I don't know if it's every period. It's like Every game, sure, but he always writes something. So like this one, he's got little hearts he puts on the inside of them. Like he always puts some sort of symbol on the inside. And then I got
Nice.
I don't have it out of the package yet. This is a Mariner game use stick. So my
nice. All
my
right.
buddies at MLSE always hook me up with some good gear. So I'm going to wear the gloves tonight. I'm ready for Eric.
Look at that. Look, perks of being part of the establishment, man. Perks of being part of the establishment, you know?
Dan, my uncle would give me a box of turtles.
You got ripped off, Bobby. You should have gotten a better agent. Got a better agent.
You know, my uncle Charles, who I talk about sometime on here, he gave me a Bobby Orr rookie card back in sometime.
A real one, not the trash that Eric has.
It was the early 90s. It had 4 big, like it was glued in a book, and it had 4 big glue spots on the back. But I loved that card.
All right,
that's that right now.
There you go. All right, so real quick. So this one here, this is accurate. Strained a few punches on the way down. True. Brad, are you looking for any other nephews? So Josh is applying, for a nephew position. That's fair. Okay, so Global Sports Card Investors got a couple of fun topics. And by the way, Brad, whenever you want, just let me know. And I'd love to see that box because it's the Garbage Pail Kids Sapphire, right? Be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I did open it.
You pull anything interesting?
I got 3. The blue ones are all the base sapphires,
right?
But I didn't get. And then I've got an orange of. It's KO Cody.
Okay.
Not usually not a big fan. That's out of 25, and then I got a Bullseye Berry green.
So is Atom Bomb like the big draw? Is that the big one?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So I didn't.
That's kind of what I figured. So I was just curious. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Hockey Barn also says, "Can I be your nephew?" So you got 2 applications to be nephews.
There we go.
Nicely done. All right, let me grab a couple of these comments because Global Sports Card Investors got a couple of open-ended ones that are kind of fun. So Hobby Grinch Award. Eric, as the resident expert on Grinchdom, I'm going to go refill my drink. But while I do that, do you want to be the first to pick a Hobby Grinch?
How far can we extend that to?
Yeah. Right.
Well, as long as it's Bobby, as long as it's pertaining to hobby, I'm good with whatever you want, whatever direction you want to take.
Like online, or we're talking offline.
Whatever you want. If it is pertaining to the hobby, it's fair. It's a fair game. Okay. All right. So Bougie Eric, Bobbles, I'll let you have a crack at it, and then Mr. Bobby, and you guys can go that way until we get to Yannick, and then I'll come back.
The hobby Grinch, huh?
Other than yourself, Eric, you're always our first pick, but outside of you.
Okay. Well,
no narcissism here, please.
Someone who measures up.
I got a good idea.
Yeah. There's definitely times where sports card radio be kind of grinchy.
He's here.
And I'm the leader of the clubhouse, so welcome to the club, pal. But sometimes I think they go a little further and they take it a little personal. If you really want to be the police of the hobby, as what was the old Jack Webb, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. Just take the personal out of it and just give me the facts, because I think when they do that, they do a really good job. But when they get personal, they get very grinchy.
Well put, in a Christmassy way.
Oh yeah, I could really go a whole different route on that one, but yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
Bobbles.
I'm going to go with they're going to have to share the award.
Oh.
Because I'm going to vote for 2 entities.
Both brothers? No, just kidding.
No, I'm going Topps and Panini, because without the cards, we don't have the hobby, and both of them with their pricing and crap quality is kind of put a sour taste in many folks' mouth, and so I'm giving them the Hobby Grinch Award, and they can share it.
Talk about playing it safe. Use an entity and not a person. No comebacks, eh? Good one. Good one.
You should have named some names. It's all you, Bobby.
I did. Topps and Panini.
No, but it's like Mr. Topps and Panini, Senor Topps and Panini. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
go ahead,
that's
Bobby.
it. He's gonna go with that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd have to say it's between 2 people. someone interviewed. No, I won't go with him. I'll go with Sports Card and Honors, I guess. Would that be a good guess?
Oh,
Sorry.
Mike is Grinchy. Sports card nonsense. Mike
Nonsense.
loves. Yeah.
No,
sports-
anonymous.
Oh,
Are you talking about Dakota? Dakota's
Dakota,
anonymous.
sorry, yeah. Anonymous.
okay.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay, so
Sports
Dakota's anonymous. Gotcha.
the sports cards nonsense is my
Yeah,
buddy
I know that
Mike,
guy.
who's from Massachusetts, and he's
Oh,
just
he's
as Grinchy
Grinchy,
as
yeah.
me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dakota goes off on. Anyways, move on. He's probably in the back screaming somewhere.
I was gonna say, so you're naming him and like you're not gonna clarify? Like, is there a specific reason or just in general? Or
Well, there's every reason. Have you ever seen him? You've seen the show? Oh my God.
wow. Almost, I'm staying out of that one. I like where it went, but I'm staying out of that one.
Well, the way he just comes off pretty. I don't know.
He's a
very-
mean one, Mr. Grinch.
He is. He is. Well, he's not so mean. He says it. He tells it like it is. But what it is we don't really. That's his own opinion. So, anyways.
There you go. All right, Brad. Time to be a jerk. Go ahead, say Eric. You know you want to.
Yeah, I do. That's too
But it's a
easy.
given. It's a given. We accept it as a given.
I'm kind of thinking. I mean, if you really want to get in, you're saying the Grinch. So
The Grinch, yeah. But it is open. Like I said, it's open ended. It can be
It is.
like Bobbles went with an entity, avoiding specific
That's
person.
why
Larry.
You said to be for the hobby, and I mean, it's been talked about so much this year. I had to give it to them.
Yeah, I'm with Baubles around that, and I'm going to say online marketplaces as well because they're sucking the money out of the hobby with the high fees that we're all paying. So, and again, I could easily pick. I don't really know anyone that's ripped off people
Merry Christmas.
blatantly. So, but I don't think that's boring. But I think it's true. I think look what all these companies between the 10 and 20% that we pay in fees. Every transaction that's done on eBay, PWCC, Golden, all these companies out there, they're taking 10 to 20% out of the hobby, out of the pockets of all.
Hey,
of
it's
us.
like living in Canada.
Yeah, right. I do think that. I mean,
I like how
if
Eric
you-
is complaining about 20%. It's like 20% is tacked on top and in advance, factored into
Right.
the final price.
Now, if you wanted to ask the question about who is it that what personality do I not like,
Mhm.
then I could answer that completely different. But when you're
That's-
saying the Grinch, I say
What,
yeah.
we want to vote for yourself again, Eric? Like, what do you want?
No, I want Brad to vote for me.
We all voted for
Already
you.
did.
Like we
Yeah,
began
yeah.
with the premise that we're voting for you first, and then we're picking our second. We're naming our second.
Oh, can I name a second? Card shops in Halifax, Canada. They suck. Just saying.
From your
Just
deep
saying.
personal experience. Gotcha.
Just
Gotcha.
saying.
Gotcha.
So maybe we
Alright.
should pick a company and a person.
Yeah.
I got two people. Don't worry. Yannick, go ahead. Oh, you.
I have a Grinch, but he's my favorite Grinch, and I think he's a great Grinch. But you know, other than Eric, doesn't count. But our good friend Amish Dave.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is so good.
But like
That's a
I
good one.
said, it's a good Grinch. He's
Yeah.
just the Grinch.
He does have Grinchish qualities. I agree with that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yannick nailed it.
It's
Even has the
endearing,
beard
that's all.
and everything.
The whole thing. I agree.
Oh yeah, he almost looks like the Grinch. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it actually it works on levels. I like where Yannick went with this. Again, it was open ended, so you could have taken this in whatever interpretation you felt was most appropriate. I like Yannick's interpretation. That was pretty
There you
good.
go.
No, Yannick wins.
He's,
That was
he's
awesome.
my favorite Grinch, big time.
Yeah, I couldn't use Ziggy again because I'm Thunderdoming him. So you know what am I gonna do?
That's fair. Okay, that's
Double
fair.
down, you know. So there we go.
That's fair. Yeah, he's been very angry recently, so I think the Grinchiness would have worked as well if you really.
He's
wanted to go
always
that route.
been.
Oh,
very-
super Grinchy. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Air Director as my personal favorite, as a personal late candidate. I didn't even know I needed, but I was like, I was a big fan of that. And Floating Head's always my boy, always my boy,
Yes.
at all and any all times. But
Really?
Air Director is getting top billing because he came on late and he came in with the hot fire, and I got 2 videos out of that shit. 2.
Good for you. Yeah.
It was good. Like I appreciated it. It was like, no, I didn't even know I needed you for this, but here you are. So that
He's
is my
got
hobby.
3 a.m. Carlos too.
Oh, absolutely. We coined 3 a.m. Carlos. There was a couple more additions to the Carlos multiverse. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not gonna complain.
That's
All right.
a few good ones.
All right, best hobby gift under $10. It's a bit of a shopping. A little late now if you want to do the shopping, but under $10 is tricky. There's not a lot of things you can
Robertson Young Gun.
I think it might be a little more than that now.
Hey,
Bobbles would
so
love
I
it.
wanted to slip this in.
Go ahead.
We were talking about Gretzky earlier.
Mm.
Jason Robertson has 163 games played. He has 3 overtime goals. Gretzky
do this,
in
Eric? Like this?
1,487 games only has 2. Robertson has already passed Gretzky in overtime goals.
He's better.
Boom.
He's better.
Bobbles,
Boom.
Bobbles, that's a very good. I like your statistics on it, but it just
However.
we never games didn't go.
The stats don't lie. Numbers
Tell
don't
'em, Brad.
lie.
Tell 'em, Brad.
But
Tell
I'm
'em,
not
Brad.
sure if you know this, and you may know this, and if you do, I'll take it back. But in the 80s and
Don't take it
90s,
back.
games
He's a
did
newbie.
not
He's
go
only
in
got 3
overtime.
years in. You can go for it, Brad.
Yeah,
Rip his
yeah.
throat out, Brad.
Tell
It
him.
wasn't
Tell him,
the
Brad.
overtime that we have today.
Well, in fairness, in
Hey.
the 80s, we also didn't have goaltending. It was outlawed. I think goaltenders were shot on sight.
It's on NHL.com. The stats, the numbers don't lie. It's
The
in its
numbers
stat
don't lie.
line.
That's a good point. I
Robertson
like
has 3. Gretzky has 2. Boom.
He did.
it. That's good. I like that.
Okay. The stat is correct, but you have to understand that overtime didn't exist. It had ties.
The numbers are there.
We only had overtimes in the playoffs.
This may be the greatest shameless pump that Bobbles has ever done. I'm
hold
quoting him. No, Bobbles, I'm rolling with you. Don't even defend it. I am rolling with you. I am with you on this.
We're going to go a little bit further
Oh, good,
Because-
please.
because Gretzky only has 91 game-winning goals in his career, and Robertson is already at 19.
How many were empty netters? Just saying.
I don't think a game winner like
Game's
would
already
you-
won if it's
Well, how
empty.
many empty net game winners would you see? Like you're tied. Hey guys, we'll pull the goaltender.
Why do
They
people
do that
watch
all
this
the
crappy show? Turn this show off. Stop watching this garbage.
Go home.
All right, can we address the actual question? Tell you what. Okay, let's do something. $10 is too difficult. Let's do 100. I think 100 is reasonable. I think 100 is a little bit easier to work with.
$10 supplies.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
but
a
that's
really
basically
good
all you
one.
can do though. Like that's all you can do with $10. It would have to be supplies, maybe.
You can get 5 mag holders.
Effectively, that's about it. Yeah, and
Can
right set up.
Can I go first on this one?
On
You
100,
can
go ahead.
grade a Bowman Chrome
I
or a
would-
Topps Chrome Galaxy with SGC.
You buy a $100 gift card from AMG Collectibles. How about that?
Wow! Wow!
Excellent. Yeah.
And then you can get whatever you want.
whatever you want.
Amazing.
There you go.
No.
That's my buddy.
There you go.
All right, Brad. It's like so Eric, you want to do better? You think you can do better? $100.
I don't
$100.
think so.
$100 budget. Hobby gift. $100. You got a little bit of room to work with. The $10 was very difficult. $100 though, I think there's some room here.
Not 40 slab strongs. Come on.
Don't do it. Do you want a second? Because I've got an actual answer.
No.
I got an actual answer.
I think for $100, you can get yourself either one really nice card that could have memorabilia and an auto of a player, which would be incredible for any collection. Or you can get a maybe a lower end, like maybe an MVP or something, say for hockey, or but that kind
That's
of level.
boring, Eric.
You get an entire box, and a kid especially could sit there and rip packs for $100.
I think so. Quickly, the angle I'll take. There's a couple of really good comments here. I want to get to them. If anybody has $100 one that they really think would be interesting, by all means, I'll take it from you. If you're thinking like $100 hobby gift for somebody who's still newer to it, I'd get them a couple of blaster boxes, a binder, some pages, and you could actually put together a little kit for them for like $100. And you could still under $100 budget, you could still put together a nice, because that was the old school where you used to have those collector kits. You'd have a binder, pages, and access to some cards. You give them a couple of blasters, maybe they pull something interesting. And again, now, if you're already in the hobby and whatever, the blasters are so good for it, give them the supplies to go along with it, and there you go. There's a $100 gift that covers a lot of things. That isn't just a gift card.
Can you even buy your top set for $100 now? Your annual
A top set, like a factor set? Yeah, you could for sure.
No, like I mean your complete Topps baseball set. Like I don't even think it's 100. Like it's
Like
over
a box
100
set from the
US.
90s or something?
No,
You're
like your box every year. You
A
know,
factory
the whole
set.
Complete
Oh.
factory.
That's a
complete set. Yeah.
Yeah, factor set's under $100.
Just
It's,
base
it's 60
Yeah.
US.
Not this year. I think I spent like $110 now.
Jesus, where the hell are you buying this crap?
It was
Like
close.
it's
I'm
not that
telling you,
expensive.
man. Like,
Halifax.
just like I mean, come
Bought
on.
it in
You're not the ones gonna
Halifax.
tell me how much that costs. You don't buy one. I
Alright.
buy one every year.
I don't know, man.
It's 60 US. I don't know what that is in Canada, but it's 60
About
Oh,
US.
it's
30,
like 70
35%.
bucks US or so.
No, they're
95
60.
bucks.
They're 59,
Under
man.
100
I've seen them for like 59.99.
60
Yeah.
bucks American is $35,000 in Canada.
How much is that in tunes there?
I don't know. I just give those away.
No, I like. Here's the thing. I like Eric's conversion. Tell you what, that I will give you $60 US, Eric, and I want the $35,000 Canadian.
Yes.
You must provide me the $35,000 Canadian.
I'll just go to the bank and exchange it, and that's
Yeah, and they'll be like, sir, you're going to need more money. Wait, what? What? But I lied and said this was the exchange rate. You can't honor that? No, we can't. Hey, Brad, I need Connor McDavid gave you his
No,
jersey.
wait,
So Michael
start-
Ham's right. Like,
start
listen,
that
as soon
again.
as
Hey, Uncle Brad.
I like it.
That's your new nickname.
look, there's a lot. We've already gotten a lot. This is the third nephew application we've received. The third.
I'm going to have to take them all in and be considered.
Absolutely. Uncle Ken gets my Grinch award. That's a fair one. That's a solid one. So here's Mike. So this is your guy here, Eric, I think. I'm the guy that Eric met today. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays to you, too. I was able to make Mike Bossiato to help fund Eric's Like Fund. Good. Thank you for that. I was shocked at the lack of Beckett slabs and Spain. I know. Disappointment.
So I just want to say, Mike, it was really great meeting you today. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping me and saying hi. It was
See,
great.
today was the day.
Yeah, but you were. It was a pleasure to meet you. Seemed like a real nice guy.
Perfect. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. JW, Wall Street is the Grinch of the hobby. There you go. If you want to stay broader, you could. I get where you're coming from. Good evening, Baz. Absolutely. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. Does Floating Head qualify? He always qualifies. No doubt.
No, he doesn't.
Grinchiness, that old guy from Tag. Old man Tag? Ooh.
Yeah, that was another kind of possibility too.
That's a solid choice. I like
I
it.
don't care what my competition does. I don't follow the competition. Well, then you're horrible.
Bobbles, what do you mean by that? What did you mean by that?
And Eric's making fun of Floating Head's boss. How dare you?
I can make fun of
Kept on
anybody I
asking
want.
that. It was
Except for Floating Head?
I can make fun of my friend.
He was about to say it. He was
Whoa.
this close. This close.
I know.
Almost got him. Almost got him.
Hang
Yes.
on. What's
That
the
would've went-
time check?
But I would
121.
prefer to make fun of my friend Jeremy to Jeremy's face.
Time
Oh, so you're
spent.
saying Jeremy's Floating Head? I didn't know that. I just said Floating Head. I don't know who that is. Bubbles, who are we talking about? I just said Floating Head.
I don't know.
Eric seems to suggest that individual is known.
I mean, he could be talking about himself because I have done Photoshop work with,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah, you
his.
have. We haven't gotten to that mess yet.
Yeah, and to the guy that was just up that met you, there's a reason that he likely didn't see Beckett slabs on display.
Good, because I bought them all, right?
Did you buy
there's
them
a
all?
new grading company that you haven't told folks about yet.
No, I haven't told folks about yet. Carlos, we're gonna have to make sure.
Tell me more. Go on.
That's
Tell me
all.
more, brother. Tell me
Oh,
more, brother.
boy.
By the way, Bobby, check out right to the left of our hero in the middle.
Yeah.
I look good.
Yeah, that's probably the best you've looked. Honestly, it's an improvement for you.
I love this.
By the way, Brad, if you look over to the right side there, I think you
love
may
it.
see somebody in there. And I think that's Josh over in the far end.
It
I
is.
appreciate.
And there's our friend Paul in the back there.
Nice.
Well
Eric-
done. Well
I
done.
thought Eric was right beside you there, Carlos.
Well, no, the one right beside me. So you got Paul on the one side and yourself is on the other. Eric's all the way at the end.
Oh, the other side.
Yeah.
Is Bobby Sergeant Slaughter? Is that who that
Sergeant
is?
Slaughter. Yeah.
Yes,
even,
that's awesome.
he even has the whistle too.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
whistle.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
saw
awesome.
that.
Yeah, but look, I got to say, for a chocolate stick eating guy, you've at least been working out a little bit. At least there's some cardio going on over there. What happened to you between the time the picture was taken? And that's actually what happens when I don't shave for like a week. I get the Fu Manchu. It's kind of awkward. That's why I stay clean shaven mostly.
And Yannick gave himself a mullet.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He looked an awful lot like Canada's
I
Bret
used
Hart.
to. It's been a long time.
He's a bit of a split image for Canada's own Bret Hart. Did think that was kind of interesting.
I think so.
But there you go, a little
Hey, man,
holiday.
the best there is, the best it was, the best it will ever be.
There you go. There you go, buddy. So real quick, I included that comment on there. Let me scroll through real quick. Big Scott, good evening. Merry Christmas, gentlemen. Merry Christmas to you as well. Are you guys to get jealous over the Watch Dogs yet? I do all the time. Never Carlos and just like, booed. I am the physical embodiment of jealousy. Physical embodiment. I thought it was kind of a fun comment. Like, seriously, I thought it was kind of a fun comment. It's like, dude, I can't control that. And I know that there is a certain type of content that we'll get more. So if that's what we want to do, there are things that you can do. I don't need that. It's not the audience I'm looking for. I don't need the biggest audience. I just need an audience that appreciates what we're doing here. I would rather do that. And if that's established, well then, Brad, send me the fucking Dakota ring. Let's go. I'll take it. There you go. Robinson greater than Gretzky. Hashtag.
Oh,
Hashtag.
it's gonna be a problem when you said.
Thank you, Josh.
He hashtagged it.
I need to get the missus to make shirts now. She can do it.
There you go.
Remember my Captain Crunch decoder? That's
yeah.
what you need. Right there, baby. The
There you
Captain
go.
Crunch decoder.
We're going to need that as part of being the Illuminati, the establishment. Bubbles, 60% of the time, he's right every time.
He's right every
That's
time.
right. $99 eBay gift card, $1 lost to the fee. I could be wrong, but I remember a 5-minute NHL OT period, and if nobody scored, the game would end in a tie. They did have a 5-minute OT period. I forget the timeline on it, but they did have one. I don't think they had that in the 80s, though. I don't think.
I wouldn't say early 2000s to late 2000s.
I think it was in the 90s. I think you had the. I think you had the 90s. You had the overtime.
There was that 5 minute.
It was brief. Yeah. It was short. It wasn't like long. It wasn't a long overtime. You did
it was 5-on-5, and they didn't want to get you wouldn't get the point, right? Like if you lost in OT, you'd lose the point. So now you get that garbage point.
The garbage point.
Yes,
yeah, you lose in OT, you still get a point, which is
it's
stupid.
Like, I lost, but I won.
Yeah,
might as well just go by it to the tie with 1 point each. That's
exactly.
Yeah, because if you look at the stats in the NHL and you go through, it's like
you have four columns.
Yeah. And how many? It looks like so many teams have winning, like their stats are winning because of the OT losses, right? So you're like, where's all the losers at? How can all these teams have winning records above 500? Because you don't look at that.
Welcome to 2020. Everybody wins.
That's why I didn't like that. I'm not a fan of ties, but I can live with it because now we got the shootout thing. Like, look, just to settle it. I don't care. Somebody wins. I don't care who. Just settle it. In the postseason, well then, play until somebody drops dead. But in the regular season, I just want a winner. I don't care. Just give me a winner, and then we'll move on with our lives. That's
I don't like shootouts. I think that's the worst thing they ever introduced in hockey.
The worst thing is ties, Bobby. Ties are stupid. Like I need a winner.
No, they should play it out.
Well, look, I'm fine with that too, but they're not going to do it.
Periods, who cares?
Like, I don't care if they drop dead in a regular season game; makes no difference to me. But I just don't want to tie.
I'm curious.
I like how the points actually mean something in hockey. You know,
they do.
Like, if after regulation you're tied and you still get that point, I actually like that. Look at what baseball's doing now. After 9 innings, they put a damn man on second base to. Try.
Yeah,
to
but
end
that's
the game
new. That's like a couple season old.
Yeah, I mean, they should go to almost a similar scenario or like standings thing as hockey, because you didn't lose, you were tied in regulation. So I kind of like the point system.
And I want to know how many goals Ovi has scored in overtime, playing 4-on-4. That's not hockey.
3-on-3.
3-on-3.
Robertson has 3.
Yeah.
The 3-on-3 only started a couple of years ago, and like I said, if we're going by that metric, Eric, I'm going to remind you again that they played the entire decade of 1980s without goaltending.
Stop it!
There was no goaltending.
Tell that to Grant Fuhr.
I can tell it to Grant Fuhr. He barely stopped a puck.
Oh.
I think we celebrate the one time he stopped a puck. Right. He stopped one. Did it hit him in the head by accident? What happened? Bobby's book under $100. Can you still get it in eBay for under $100? That's not a bad $100 gift.
You can get it for $95. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Not too bad. I think it was a 5-minute overtime.
There's
limited time offer. Get it while you still can.
Nope.
Jeff here. Good evening. Merry Christmas to you as well. 30,000 is what he owes on the like button. 30,000. That's what he owes on this show. Not on the rest of the show so far. Teams wouldn't risk as much as they wanted to get the 1 point. That is true. Big O promo. Hi. 4-leaf cards. Happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Hope Santa's good to everyone. Thank you, 4-leaf cards. And happy Hanukkah to those celebrating that. All good. Love it. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well, 4-leaf cards. You'll float too, Eric. He will. All right.
You know what? We had did I tell you already the card that came back, Don Cherry?
Mm-hmm.
We had a customer that got a 74 O-Pee-Chee,
Oh,
John
Oh,
Cherry
that-
back. So there's 16 PSA 9s, no PSA 10s, and there is now officially a PSA 10.
Wow.
10.
That's
Wow.
tough.
Yeah,
74 is
You measured
probably
that one really good.
the worst year for
I got it
centering
good for him.
other than
You
68.
measured it good. Got the blade sharpened up.
It's as crisp as they could be.
First cut right through, man.
Well, 74 is notorious for having the worst centering.
OPGs, you
yeah,
got
it's
extras
got
too.
an issue with that. I agree with that.
68 and 74 are the two worst. And I
I got a
I'd say
pop one
68
card
is
too.
what one?
Look at that bad boy. You can't.
MC Hammer. I can.
You got to
recognize
tilt
the
it forward,
Oh.
tilt the top down. There you go, MC Hammer. Yeah,
Yeah,
Now we
pants.
can see it.
It's MC. It's a 1990 post-Canadian MC Hammer PSA 8. Anyway, so I just scanned the back to see. I was like, I just kind of like it's oddball. I sent it in myself to get it done.
That's cool. You
And-
can't touch that.
PSA 8 pop none higher.
Good
Oh,
one,
none higher. So
Somebody's got jokes.
Bobby, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, that was a good one though.
Speaking of ashamed, international borders, $100 gift for Bougie Eric, 1,000 Mike Milbury autos, and a game used jock track thrown in.
Ooh,
I'll take it. Mike was a great guy.
unwashed.
Hey, I think I saw yesterday that Mike Milbury game, I guess, with the shoe or something like that. That was in 79.
Yep.
December 23rd, 1979. I saw that. I was
And
like, no way.
when the judge saw the footage and heard the testimony, he threw the case out because he figured the New York fans deserved it.
Seems about right. Checks out.
They hit Stan Jonathan and cut him under the eye.
Threw
They reached
keychains at
down,
him.
stole his stick, threw his keys at him.
Threw his keys at him.
That's right. So they went in the stands to retaliate and to retrieve the hockey stick that was stolen from them, and the judge threw the case out. They drew first
That's
blood.
Judy.
I like it. I like it.
He was sued for like I think it was him and Terry O'Reilly were sued the most, and both of the cases were thrown out, but they both had to pay like, now think of the time, 1979, right? I think they had each had $10,000 fines.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
That's like $400 million now.
Is this like the math? Is
$1 billion
Matthew? Is the
Canadian.
inflation math you're doing similar to the Canadian math?
I think so. I think he's right on par.
Brad, I think you've got a couple of American dollars sitting there, so you're like a trillionaire.
I think
Yes,
so.
he is.
Interesting. You're loaned a time machine. So, Carl, you're loaned a time machine briefly. You can attend one game in the past. So this is a similar question we've asked before, but we'll have a little fun with this one. What game would you choose? Did you actually see the game before? Question mark. So I'll do mine quickly, and I know some of you guys have a couple. I'll do the 98-99 Stanley Cup, Game 6, triple overtime. No skating the crease. That's not a thing. Didn't ever actually happen. And the people of Buffalo deserve what they got. However,
True.
that would be the one that I choose, because that was a fun moment for me. I enjoyed that one, and obviously, and I did watch it, and I even watched it when Hockey Night in Canada replayed it years later, and I was late, and I was like, oh, it's triple overtime. I'm going to deal with this again. I already know what happened. It's like, I got to watch it again.
Darn.
All right. So, Bobby, any game. So, game. What are you going back to see?
Any game. Well,
67.
in light of
Whether
what
you
we've
saw
been-
it the first time or not. So, you're open ended. You can see something you have seen, or you can see something you did not see that you'd like to see.
Yeah, in the spirit of
A Leaf Cup.
what? A Leaf Cup, yeah. I don't think that was a spectacular game. I keeping in step with what we've been talking about, I'd like to go back and see the longest game. What was it? 6 overtime periods in 1934, Maroons versus Detroit Red Wings, I think it was. 6 overtimes. So it was like 2:00 in the morning or something.
I
like
thought
that.
the
That's the
Bruins-
way it should be played,
I
guys.
thought the
That's
Bruins
fun
in
going.
Edmonton broke that record.
Who?
I thought the Bruins in Edmonton broke that record.
Of course, the Bruins would have broken every record.
No,
But
isn't-
yeah,
But did they score a 3-pointer during the game?
No, that's freaking
longest
Peter.
game in history. I don't know. We can check.
That's
that
when
really
Peter
quickly.
Klima scored like 3:00 in the morning and ruined my life.
By the way, I like this response. Yes. Sorry,
Yeah,
Tom. Look,
those
much
Flyers-
current love to my Buffalo folk. Current love, but in 1989, you got it coming. Look, I was rooting for you during wide right. That I have no responsibility for. That you got screwed. But 99 Stanley Cup, no, you got what was coming to you.
Yeah, it was 1936 Detroit Red Wings, longest game in post-expansion era. Sorry.
There you go.
In
Sounds
the
good.
post-expansion
All right, time
era.
machine. Bobbles. Any game. So right now, it says you can attend one game. It can be whatever sport. It can be whatever you want.
Oh, yeah,
one
true.
game in the past, whatever you like. You either you saw it or you didn't. What do you want to revisit? What do you want to see?
Oh shit, that would be tough there because there's so many. I think it would be cool to go way back and like watch one of the older, Yankee World Series or something like that. And I'm not a Yankee fan, but just the history within baseball and all of that. Maybe the Yankee Dodger World Series when Jackie Robinson slid into home plate, stole home on Yogi Berra.
All right. So I think that was the 55 series. I want to say the 55 where they won.
Yeah.
I think it's 53, 52 or 53.
I don't know which year it would have been. 55 is the year they won. So I don't know if that's the one because when they do the
52.
Pretty sure 55, that's the one he steals home plate too.
yeah,
Isn't it?
but what I'm saying though is that 55 is the year where the Brooklyn Dodgers finally beat the Yankees. That was the one. That was the famous one because they tried a bunch of times. They were in the World Series, but they never actually won except for 55. 55, they faced the Yankees. That was the apex of the
You're
Brooklyn
right,
Dodgers.
55.
Yeah, so that was the year they
For some
actually
reason
won.
I was thinking 53. I don't know why.
Yeah, the Dodgers were in there with the Yankees a bunch of times. Like they competed a bunch of times there and had a bunch of World Series attempts. But 55 is where they actually got over the hump and actually beat the Yankees that one time.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can say Babe Ruth when he called it.
So that's the 33 series. That's
Yes.
a classic one.
Early stuff. Nice.
International Borders has got the 87 Canada Cup game. 2 overtimes. Canada staves off elimination. That's a good solid choice. Good solid choice. All right, Yannick, any game, anything you like. You're open-ended. What would you like?
Well, I was gonna actually go in the same way there on the Canada Cup, but the '91 Canada Cup
Sure.
against the United States. Last week, I think we had the same subject too.
Yeah,
I
very
said
similar.
the-
Very similar.
I said the gold medal goals as in 2002 and the 2010 in Vancouver. That was pretty neat.
Mhm.
And I would let's say baseball. I think
Well,
the
Yannick,
night-
the point of this question is that we want you to pick one. We want you to
I
pick
know,
like, what's
but
your
like,
favorite.
there's no freaking rules tonight, so I'll just say.
Literally, it's one game. The time
okay,
machine only
then.
works for one game, Yannick.
Well, my time machine is broken then.
Clearly. Yeah. So,
The French machine is bilingual.
Kyler would have watched Miracle on Ice, which is fair. And Paul has a couple here choices here. So, Paul, pick one.
Miracle on
Narrow
Ice?
it down.
just
Narrow it
one,
down.
That's it.
Which
Flush
narrow it
it
down.
next.
You got 50 NFL championships, Super Bowl 1, 31, the 99 Florida State Florida game, the 2013 game. Pick one.
But Miracle on Ice, which game? The one where they won, or the one where
I assume
they
it's the
really
one they won. Yeah, I assume it's the one
Which
they won.
was when they beat Russia, or when they beat the other team to win? Finland, or whatever it was.
2010 Olympic Sid goal. So there you go, Lapper. Good evening. So very specific on that one. Lou Gehrig's last game must have raised the hair on the back of your neck. So there you go. There's a historic classic game as well. Absolutely. So Paul, I'll leave it to you. You can tell me which one makes the most sense to you. You got a list there, but you got to pick one. This game involves picking one. You have to be selective. Pick one specific game. So versus Russia. So specifically, that's the one he's referring to, Carla. Thank you, Carla. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Eric.
You'd probably think
A Montreal Canadiens Stanley Cup. I know.
You'd probably think I would say Mother's Day, May 5th, 1970. But
Yes.
no. What I'm going to say is
Big one.
A 1994 game in the third game of the regular season.
1936 Summer Olympics, Berlin, and Jesse Owens pisses off Adolf Hitler.
Look at you, Bougie Eric, with a historical reference.
He was supposed to meet Hitler, but Hitler canceled.
Well, I wonder why.
Mm. Here you go. Eric's game must be May 10th, 1979. Bruins versus
He
Habs.
canceled on Eric too.
1950 title game. There you go, Paul. Perfect. 1950 title game. I got you. Eric will pick the Boston Stragglers to evict him.
That's horrible.
That right there is a Paul pick, if ever there was one.
That is horrible.
Oh, Paul.
In the spirit of the season, Paul. In the spirit of the season.
Got a new Grinch.
Listen, but it could be worse. Paul could have picked a lot of other serial killer references. He's full of them. Literally and figuratively full of them. There you go. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you. Good stuff. Yeah, I like the open-ended questions though. Those are fun. It does leave a little room to make some judgment calls and some decisions. Now I will. I'll pull up here a little bit. So here's a question. I did talk to you guys a little bit about it previously. We've talked a little bit about kind of what various of us are going to be looking to do in the new year and all that. Are you guys kind of in a bit of a holding pattern a little bit? I know myself, I do look for the holidays, honestly, for opportunities to see if I can pick stuff up. I do find, now, not all the time, but I do find sometimes there's some opportunities to it. For me, the hobby doesn't sleep during the holidays. But I'm just curious, do you guys intentionally take a little bit of a breather, a break, or is it just, hey, if there's something in front of me and I can see it?
Opportunity knocks. You always have to be ready.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. That's kind of been my philosophy. Bobbles, I assume you're saying for yourself?
I mean, I just bought a Robertson Future Watch.
There you go.
Well, look at this, but I'm hoping you'll buy like 10 more of them, and then the pump will begin anew. You know.
Yes.
I'm watching some stuff that will be ending tomorrow. I've got stuff on this watch list right now that is ending tomorrow, so I will be ready.
Actually, so you guys were talking earlier about the PWCC stuff and like all of that, and you know, where you buy in different marketplaces and all that stuff. I've actually kept my buying like marketplace stuff pretty simple.
Yeah.
I've mostly always been eBay and just card shows. I've bought maybe 1 or 2 cards on my slabs, and that's it. Until recently, I started using ComC because there was a couple things on there that was the only place that were listed, and I could get them cheaper. So that's been another little source I've slowly dipped my toes in. But I applaud you guys that hunt all the different sources to you know, hunt down good deals and stuff. But there's just so many marketplaces out there now.
That is true.
I try to keep it simple. So
I think that's fair. It has become a little. We've kind of touched on this topic before, and actually, maybe this would be kind of a fun one. We'll talk about it more. Kind of next year. Next episode will be a little bit more of a kind of a year end. It'll be open ended for some predictions and stuff like that, because those are always fun topics. But so I don't want to go too far into that one. But let me ask you a more personal question directly to yourself. Obviously, now you're seeing some stuff on ComC. Again, not everything on ComC makes sense. Sometimes some things do. Some things make total sense in that venue, and other things make sense elsewhere. But here's my question. I'm trying not to add more platforms that I'm looking for. I'm very comfortable going ComC, and right now eBay, and then PWCC for certain items. Right now I've got 3 different platforms. I look at stuff. That's enough for me. I really don't need more platforms right now. So are you going to be in the new year looking at more places, less places, or the same? Or you think it's going to kind of stick for you, regardless of what happens with the rest of it? I really don't want to be adding more myself. That's the reason why I feel like I'm going to stick with the 3 in the new year.
I have been trying, because I hear you guys in the Discord talk about PWCC on Sundays often. I've been trying to look for like you mentioned, players that I like. Yeah. I'll go in there and type in and see if there's anything on auction.
Yeah.
That
not every week, but there's sometimes some stuff.
Yeah, and so I might look at that. I don't know how the PWCC platform works or anything. I've never purchased anything from there, but that's something I might try to keep eyes on more week to week to see if there's any Griffies or something like that I could snag at a cheap price. But otherwise, I'm perfectly fine. I love buying cards at shows. It's just fun, you know, the hunt and finding them. It's just real fun finding cards at shows. So, and it's relaxing browsing eBay and, you know, now, like I said, ComC, but I don't plan to expand a whole lot. So,
all right, that's fair. Bougie Eric, assuming you can get out of 1985 and your Commodore 64 fires up, if you can manage that, if you can get on a platform, are you going to expand, or are you going to stick with kind of your old reliable? What's the deal?
I am interested in looking around at some more things and seeing what's out there. Because I'm kind of like you. It's the eBay, it's the ComC, it's the PWCC, and you kind of, you know, stay in your lane. But there is stuff out. Other things are out there, and
have you ever tried Beckett Marketplace, Eric?
You just teed that up for him. I'll be back in. Oh, okay, yes. Eric, this is your moment. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to grab the Mrs. Bobbles Christmas card so that I have it nearby. But like, this is your moment. Beckett Marketplace, tell us more.
Okay.
Please.
But it's a marketplace.
Yes, I have tried to purchase cards and to see what
Please
is available.
tell us
on
more.
Marketplace, and with being a college graduate who graduated with honors from that school, I could not manage to figure out how to navigate the website. So no matter how hard I tried to figure out what cards are available for purchase, I couldn't. I type them in, the player I'm interested in, and other things pop up that I didn't type in. I try to figure out how to, what's for sale, what isn't, what you can't figure anything out. So I threw my computer through the window and out in the lawn, and then I had to spend all the card money on repairing the window and buying a new computer. So
Beckett won.
What happened when I tried to find cards on Beckett Market?
So Beckett 1, Eric 0.
As usual.
Another place that I keep an eye sometimes is For Sharp Corners.
Well, I think they do. I see them only on eBay. I have gone to their site.
They're only on eBay.
Yeah, but they have their own site.
They do.
And the same things are on eBay. And I think if you buy it from them directly, it might actually be a couple of dollars
on
cheaper.
their.
No, it's cheaper. It's 100%.
On their site, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can only buy now. Auctions are running off eBay.
No. For Yannick, for auctions, you're 100% right. But if it is a buy it now, a quick hobby hack, go to the website and buy it cheaper. Buy it cheaper. It is available because they don't have to pay the fee. They pass the savings along to you. Still make their money, but you will get. Now, if it's auction, fair game. You do what you do. But buy it now. Go straight to the website. Go straight to the source. I
purchased from them before, and they're good. I never have any issue with For Sharp.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I've got lots of stuff from them over the years.
Yep. Brad, any platforms? I know you're kind of all over. You do have a lot of access to a lot of different things. And obviously you got the store and there's access to that as well. So are you going to add or keep the same amount of platforms? What's the difference? You're muted, Brad.
No, leave it. That was the best part.
Go ahead.
I was wondering why you weren't answering me, Eric. First, I'm with you, Carlos. The platforms that you named, the same as Bobbles. Well, Bobbles, I'm PWCC. I've always been for 10 plus years now, and eBay since 98, and ComC. Those are my three platforms. I don't use anything else. Obviously, my number one source is shows. I mean, that's the greatest part of the whole hobby. Mm-hmm. But I am going to start to venture, obviously, with my affiliation with collectors. I'm going to be...
You're affiliated with collectors?
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see...
Bubbles, why wasn't I told?
I've never in my life, I've never bought a card from Golden Auctions before. Never sent anything to them. But the new collectors marketplace, I am going to check out because obviously I like how it could work. I have no idea. We'll see how it goes. So you can submit a card. I can leave it in the vault. You can sell it right on the platform from there. I'm going to give that a try in 2023, and sure. I'll give you guys my honest opinion on it, how it works out. So.
Sounds good. That makes sense. That makes sense. Interesting. That sounds good. Thank you, Bob Jackson. Merry Christmas to you as well. And Eric appreciates you, even if he doesn't always say so.
Screw you, Bob. You're trying to suck me in, and I'm not going to fall for it.
Bob. You're literally Eric's favorite. He raves about you. Whenever he's not like inappropriately accosting Marcel Dion, he says Bob Jackson's a good guy. I appreciate it.
Never said that. No,
he said that literally all the time.
Screw you, Bob.
I was wondering why Eric wasn't answering me, but Eric, what was that college that you graduated with honors from?
College.
Cracker Jack University.
Cracker Jack University. Okay, perfect.
Yes,
it's the School of Hard Knocks.
I just need to keep a mental note of that.
That was the one where we sent the University of Guelph rejects. It was just across the street. It was
First
just over
of all,
there.
There's no such place.
So what'd you say? You're in the rejected school. I don't know what to tell you.
There is no such place as
you couldn't hack it in the actual school, so we sent you over
such place.
That's like going to juvie. You're going over to juvie. Get over there.
There's no such place. That's just nonsense.
Whatever you say, my man. Whatever you say.
No such place in the entire world.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Go on.
You're taking that PSA Canada money and then getting fake embroidery done on your jackets that your mother bought you at Walmart. All right, I don't want to hear about it.
Wow, she's buying at Walmart? Do I get a discount? I could get a discount on the blasters. That'd be amazing.
No, your mother doesn't like you. She's not going to spend a lot of money at the North Face.
No, my mother likes me. My mother doesn't like my younger brother.
That's your side of the story.
We've already proven this.
That's a whole different story.
We've already proven this. And my younger brother, over time, he's reluctantly accepted this fact. We covered that in last year's Christmas special. He goes, he makes fun of me, and then you invite him back. Exactly. Exactly. Victor, it would be awesome if we could cross this on multiple platforms. That is true. List on eBay and it would auto cross to another platform. It would be nice. That's a piece of hobby innovation I like to see.
Coming, I guess.
Yeah, I think
somebody had something like this in the work that I tried last year, but
Knew
I
it!
don't know if
I knew it.
Yeah.
What
He
was
trying
that?
to suck me in so he could drop the hip. Screw you, Bob.
What did you do?
so much anger. So much.
I knew it.
We got a new Grinch in town.
Bubbles, are we not in the holiday season? Is this not the spirit of love and giving?
I
No.
thought that's where
town.
we were,
No.
but
No, I told you.
Anyway, all right, look, I'm going to bring us back on track, all right? I opened up the card for Mrs. Bobbles, so I got it right here. Also, again, full love and credit to Mrs. Bobbles with the lovely. I kept it intact.
wax.
So we got the little wax seal here. We got the whole 9 yards, so the extra included in there. So, respect for that. I kept that intact. So we got the Christmas card here from the Bobbles family with a lot of glitter. So I'm not trying not to handle it too much. There's a lot of glitter going on over here, but I do appreciate it. And real quick, I'll zoom in here. So we do got a lovely card here. There you go. Deck the halls. You can see it. And the secret passageway too.
I think that's Hogwarts. I don't know. She's big on the Harry Potter stuff.
Could be. And we got the so on the inside, real quick, I'll read it.
There's like a glittery bomb in there.
No, like the whole front is all glitter. So you got to be careful not to touch it. That's why you got to kind of keep hands off on it. Wishing you a bright and Merry Christmas. I love the Bobbles fam. Appreciate that. Thank you. Keep that on the side. And then we got the lovely card as well included. 2 cards. So first we got the Honus Wagner with the Santa hat and the logo on it. So there you go. There's a lovely photo in there. So I'll keep that over on the side. And then we got so it is Hogwarts. So there you go.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. You got the fam there with the Hogwarts theme in the background. So there you go.
Yeah, she had us cartoonized.
Yep. So thank you very much, Mrs. Bobbles. Much appreciated. Thank you. And I will let you know that Mrs. Alcazar, my mother, was very impressed with the wax seal.
Yes.
Just to let everybody know, those weren't actual wax seals; they were sticky wax seals. But she now has a wax sealer, so just look out for them.
So you expect another level up,
It's
an
coming.
elevation,
Oh, yeah.
an elevation to the game here.
Yeah,
Personalized too.
The effort is what's important. The effort is what's
She sat there. You've seen how it came and was addressed and all that, and
Yep.
she sent out over 200 Christmas cards.
I believe it. I believe it.
It's very, very kind. But you also sent other things out too, though.
He did.
I believe some other things may have been sent to people.
All right, so now's the time, Eric. Now's the time, buddy.
I hope everything can be seen clearly, but I was sent this by the Bobbles.
Bubbles is, if you
The
will.
Bobbles is the Bobblers, and let's see what people have to say about this.
Put it in front of your face, Bougie Eric. Jesus.
An
There you go.
upside down SGC holder.
It's a BAM.
We have the Marcel Dion autograph card. And, of course, you can't really see it in the white lettering there.
Oh, no, you can. You can see a lot of it.
Poopy pony grading.
Mhm.
You see that the B, of course, is the Beckett symbol.
How do you know that?
Because I study the ones that I hate the most,
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
which is why I know where you live. So we have a 10. 10.
That's the
And-
100 million.
Yeah, and we have pristine, gem mint, and flawless.
All
on
in one.
card.
Okay, and then you have the red border representing PSA with the little lighthouse with the PPG there.
Yeah,
And then the label itself is black with the gold numbering, so it's actually the black label.
and then of course we have this beautiful picture of me that we just can't get enough of.
We really can.
No.
So this is what I was sent for Christmas.
There you go.
I don't know how to take it. It's either the funniest, greatest, most thoughtful gift I've ever received, or you're just a complete asshole.
Why not both? Why not both?
But a creative asshole.
I'm still in the process. I'm still in the process of trying to figure out which is which.
Valid. Eric received his education at Maine State Prison. I mean, look at the rage. Facts.
Law brings it out in me.
This is epic. True. Eric was on a certification from Mike Milbury School of beating people with a shoe. He was a star pupil. What are you missing? Lord knows, Mrs. Bubbles. Lord knows.
Nothing.
Sherry was also impressed with the wax seal. There you go. Absolutely. No, it was very thoughtful, and thank you. Much appreciated. Look, I can be an asshole for a lot of things, and I am. But no, the thought that counts, and it is appreciated. And I wanted to make sure we took the time to go through those items.
I graduated at the top of my class.
Look at this guy.
The shoe guy.
He's the shoe guy. Eric, did you get your box of Elephant Boo by order and had it sent in the shop?
I knew it.
Not yet. Is the PSA Peter Klima rookie from Bobbles? Perhaps. New Masshold edition folder. But does it have subgrades? Not yet. Not this edition. Maybe in V2. Maybe in V2. But it does combine all of the elements. So yes, thank you to Mrs. Bobbles again. Obviously, she's listening and watching, but thank you for much appreciated the thoughtfulness on it. And I'll hang on to these ones. And the family also did appreciate it. They were very impressed with the craftsmanship on it. So thank you for that.
Did you get a card, Bobby?
No.
Okay, I think there's one in the mail for you. I don't. If we had addresses,
the address wouldn't have come from me. I know I provided you my address, and I want to say Eric's address as well. I think so. I provided that address.
If anybody didn't get one, please
Don't worry about it.
We have an address list, and we were trying to come up with the addresses we didn't have. So,
I'm getting better at it. It's tricky for me to keep track of addresses because I do occasionally get a package from some folks. So I'll try to hang on to it for record keeping purposes, so I have it. But that's
And I moved recently too, so.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's a fact.
So
That's
yeah,
true.
you wouldn't have my new address anyway. So, but I'll take it as a thank you.
Yeah, I just want to, Yannick, y'all are all great. If I didn't have an address or wasn't able to get it or whatever, she sent out over 200 cards. So there was quite a bit of people that did get them. But if we missed anybody, apologies. It wasn't intentional.
Oh man, now I'm pissed.
Well, Yannick, you were supposed to get yours from Eric. I thought Eric was going to personally make sure you got your stuff.
Yeah,
so I think we know where the problem is.
In his package.
I think we know where the problem is, Yannick.
Yannick, you know that bag of poop that was on your front door that was on fire? That was fun.
I know.
What did you re-gift Bob's gift to you?
Yeah.
You jerk. Wow.
I'm the only one that's suffering.
Jeez.
FedEx that back to Canada.
Wow. Goodness. Okay.
Bob says no greater notes. Bob,
That's true.
I'll tell you this. The story with the Dion card, actually, that was a random card, and it just so happened that I knew it was one of the guys that you absolutely love. And it was in a collection. You notice it's not even he's in a Kings jersey or whatever.
Wait, but Eric, I think that's the same. That's the same sign of the times that I also gifted you, right?
It is.
Yeah, it was funny because but I literally gave him one at the expo, and I'm pretty sure it's the same brand, the same year, and the whole thing.
Well,
it's like nobody else needs a Marcel here. Have a Marcel.
I reached out to Carlos to make sure that was the player that you always talk about.
Yeah, it's Marcel for sure.
I found it in a random box from a collection, and it wasn't a lot of hockey in there, so it was funny that it was Marcel Dion. Yep. But if you notice, the card has a white corner. There's a small crease. It's not in great shape. So that's why it made it even better to put it in the slab, put your little label upside down, all of that. So
banged up is definitely poopy pony grading style.
So Bubbles, you have your own slabbing machine, do you?
No, that's
he's always had one.
Creative work with a glue gun.
Yeah. Brad, now you know you never concede to anything. You never admit to anything.
Hey, if Bubbles
Eric can show you it's glued.
Bobbles, it needs to have a couple white corners if it was graded by Poopy Pony grading.
Yes.
And
Oh,
it got a
definitely
10
it
for
has
speed. Like, what do you expect? A 10 for
Do you leave a
speed?
hair in
It
it?
has a crease
And a hair
and
in
a
it.
white corner. Yeah, it was pretty
Pubic
bad.
hair.
But it's the
You should've
pristine
drawn,
gem mint flawless.
Yeah.
You should have
That's just
put
a hair of pubic
glasses and
hair.
a beard on him and painted a 10.
Nice,
That's
nice,
what Ducky would do.
nice. I like it.
Carlos.
No, I actually did clean the slab out, made sure it was nice and clean for great presentation.
Go ahead, Yannick. What's your question?
Carlos, I have actually a topic idea that I was just curious that maybe if we can try.
Okay.
because There's
Sounds
always
dangerous. Sounds dangerous already.
I know,
Go
I
on.
know, no. It's nothing
All right.
like that. It's
All
like,
right.
actually, I'm curious about our chat. The core of our chat, we always have like, the same great bunch that ask all our questions and
Sure. Yeah.
people that actually a lot of them we don't necessarily know.
True.
But I was wondering if we can maybe like, how about we ask our chat 2 or 3 questions and people can leave their answers and we get to know a little bit better if people want to get into it. As in like maybe like which sport do you collect? Who's your player? Do you grade or not? If you grade, just let the 3 letters of who you're grading. What do you just it would be a fun thing that people could like. So we get to know other than just asking questions. In a way, we get to know our chat. So
Yannick's
that's
got a
just an
survey.
idea.
Yannick's got a survey. I like it.
Yeah, I got a
Well,
survey.
Yannick,
basically.
right now we're in the Christmas Eve edition, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ask the first question. We'll put it out to the chat.
But we don't care what Bob's answers are.
Okay, so let's ask the first question in the chat.
Go
What
ahead.
I'm curious, where does everybody come from? Let's say like their state or country or city.
Yeah, I said don't forget about our Aussies. Don't forget about our Aussies.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
we got some
countries,
Aussies, man.
states,
Brad has a question.
provinces, wherever you come from. Yeah, who is Hockey 99?
That's our question of 2023. We will get to the mystery.
I'm secretly hoping it's Ken Golden, Brad. I'm secretly hoping for some reason Ken Golden has just decided to make it his life's work to troll you. Like that's all it is. Just Ken Golden.
Awesome.
It's like I got a 9-figure bank account. I'm using it on this.
Whoever it is said they lost power at, I guess, approximately 11:30, 12 o'clock last night, Eastern time. Because they left
Hockey
the comment on
99
last
lost
night's
power at
video.
11:30.
Yeah, I got a comment that said that they had lost power after the first hour.
That is
Okay,
a
so
Bobbles,
we
that
can
is
center
a
that
great
down to
clue.
where power
So
was lost.
Brad, write that down. That's part of your evidence docket.
I'll
That's
put
what-
Sherry on this. She is like the ultimate detective.
Yeah, we lost
Yeah,
power.
they
here
left the
last
comment
night,
on
too.
last night's video with approximate time, like
Yep.
where they got
Yep.
cut off at, and they lost power.
I'll send you.
because
I'll
of
send you a
storm.
screenshot, Brad, with dates and times, and you'll that'll be your part of your evidence locker.
Oh my God, she's gonna have a field day.
All right,
with
so
that.
we're getting a couple of answers to Yannick's
There you
questions.
go.
So let me go
Thanks,
through it.
people.
Hang tight. First, I want to make sure I read this. Should have smeared some chocolate inside the holder before sealing. Facts. Last time I saw Mike Miller was with John Spano. Now it's with Eric. True. Y'all gotta hit the like button. Thank you very much. It is the season of giving.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, BFF. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yes. And I do charge Eric for every like button. So thank you. In the season of giving, give Eric the bill he deserves. Give it to him. I collect Eric insults. They warm my heart. There you go, Bob Jackson. I love it. Montreal, Quebec. Here we go. Perfect. Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Marietta, Georgia. Or in the local area, Mayretta. It's 4 miles from the ballpark. Thank you for spelling it out for me. I appreciate it.
All right.
Virginia, of course. Calgary, Alberta. Nice. Michigan, USA. PA. Fairview area of Halifax. Nice. Okay, so Nevada. I love it.
Nevada.
Hell. No, he's not from Nevada. He's from hell.
That's kind of hot there. So
Listen, I want to visit hell. I'm in. Let's go. I enjoyed it. My 30th birthday was glorious.
close to Vegas.
It's like, dude, I'm there. I don't even need an invite. Like, y'all, we'll go. First round's on me. We got it. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. We got a little. I don't know if we're full-fledged photoshopping, but I'm seeing a couple of things.
Not me. I've been good.
Yannick and Bob will say their hands off. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
That's a good one.
And he's still in the pose. This is the best part. He's still in the hands crossed pose. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry.
Just an information too. Of all the photos I have of Eric, I do not have one without his stupid hat on and the freaking visor bit on.
Wow.
That is a big issue when you're doing the photos.
Take a snapshot now.
I know, right?
Because
Like,
he also, when he has the hat on, he sits close enough to the camera that it normally chops the top of the hat off. So even if you want to keep the hat on in the picture, it doesn't like look right.
I
I'm
like
sorry,
it.
I'm giving people so many.
Look at where his head is in the
Like,
photo, and then put the hat on him, and it cuts the hat off.
There you go. All right, let me read a couple more here. So Texas, golf carts, I'm legally blind and fellow stupid. Love it. Appreciate you. Absolutely. John, Wade Boggs fan. Thank you. John, I appreciate that John chimed in. I like your suggestion, Yannick, because it gets a couple folks that are kind of hanging around and listening to chime in the chat a little bit.
That's the next part. So there you go.
Yeah, next
What's
year.
your favorite?
Yeah,
What's
got a
your
little
old
process.
pet's favorite name?
By the way, I like this one. Now that we've shared our hometowns, do you want to fish our security room and Mother's Maiden? Well, if you could,
Yeah,
that'd be really nice. If you
That'll
don't
make
mind.
things easier.
If you don't
And
mind.
what's the security code on the back of that card?
Yeah, could you give the back? That'd be
The
great.
last three.
Yeah, I bet it is, Bob. I bet it is. That's why I don't know how people live in a desert.
Look, for the record, y'all are pansies. I went there in the middle of July and I loved it. It was great. I wore cargo pants. Cargo pants. Y'all are weak.
Yeah,
Weak.
Hmm.
It's dry heat.
it's a
Y'all are
dry-
weak.
Makes it easier.
It's 115. Stop being pansies.
Right.
Good Lord. It's not like it's 500 degrees. Not like real heat.
Like
Good Lord.
Columbia heat.
Psh.
No humidity.
Well, the thing is, there was almost no humidity. Like, it was 115, but it was like, no, this is fine. This is great. It's wonderful. I was out walking on the strip, up and down, and going to different places. Like, it was fine. It's like, oh my God, the searing heat. Whatever. It's fine.
I don't know. Me and Sherry golfed last year or the year before? We went to the Beckett Industry Summit.
Okay.
And we golfed, and it was July. I was July or August, and it was 115. And we were on the golf course, and I think there was like 100 people there, and they all quit. And I think at the end there was like maybe 8 of us left on the golf course. And we just wanted to finish. That was the hottest I've ever been in my entire life, and I'll never it was as close to like pass out death. Never ever would I do that again.
You can get heat stroke from that easy.
Oh,
You- oh,
it was
100%.
unbelievable. I was like, we're in the middle of the desert golfing, and it was 115 or 120 degrees. I don't know what it was.
Nuts.
It was nuts.
Yep. So August. So Bob says August is the worst. All right, fair enough. But yeah, no, I did the middle of July, and I was good with it. But yeah, but it was hot. Like, to be clear,
Yeah.
I'm not pretending it's not hot. It was
But if you're
super
on the
hot.
strip, if you're on the strip, you can duck in a little bit. Like,
Well, but that was the thing, though. I wasn't doing that. Like
Yeah.
I was just waltzing up and down like it was nothing. I was like, okay. I like the heat though, but it was hot. Like, it was super hot. I'm not saying no.
Yeah.
But
we
yeah.
actually won. We won the golf tournament because we were the actually only team to finish.
Finish,
And
yes.
we won a shit ton of prizes. We had
Nice.
Everybody forfeited and went home.
we won.
So what you did, Brad, is you won by the best way to win. Default.
Yeah. The best 2 words of the English dictionary.
That's right. We won a prize for finishing. You're damn right you did. Damn right you did. Congratulations. Good for you. I like that. So that was fun. And I appreciate everybody for answering. I appreciate that. All right,
Yeah,
Yannick.
thank you.
What's your second question? What do you got?
Who's your favorite player you're collecting?
All right. So that's open-ended. It can be anything, any sport, anything really. So that can work out.
Who's the guy you're collecting? Obviously.
I like it. So for Eric, it's
Guy
Brad
or
Hartley.
team.
For Eric, it's
Best.
Brad Hartley rookie card. That's his holy grail. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
Brad, listen, I'm not joking. I want you to have a card so badly. We know people. Like we can make this happen. I'm like, all right, Upper Deck, you got to make this happen for us. Do this for all of us. We need this. But I want the picture with you with the stash.
Oh, I know. That's
I
my
guess
favorite.
that's perfect. That's what we want. We want that one. That's the
Handlebar.
picture. That's the picture we want.
I think of all the clippings and all the I'm not saying this with any. Let me regroup here. I'm not saying this with any arrogance, but with all the articles and everything that I did, and I was very fortunate to have a great hockey career for a guy that never played in the NHL. But that's my favorite picture by far. 16 years old, high school hockey, the mustache growing in, so cheesy, and
Trying.
yeah, it was awesome. And my second favorite, the only thing I have from my playing days in my office is my letter from Harvard. I had a full scholarship to go to Harvard, and I keep that in my office. And I always remind me. I wrote my SATs 4 times, and I couldn't get over. I think I needed over 1,300 or 1,250 or 1,300 at the time. I don't know if it's changed, but I couldn't. I think I got 1,000 or 1,100. I could never. So, anyways, I lost, and I decided to go to the Quebec League instead. So, otherwise, I would have been at Harvard down there with Eric, hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
True. That is true.
Well, it wasn't part of it.
I like it. So here, let me scroll through.
So you ended up in Beauport.
Ended up in St. Hyacinthe and Beauport. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find a puck from the Quebec Page Junior League. Get you to sign it someday.
Yeah.
That'll fit in with the theme. I like it.
You need to find one from the Quebec Harfang. It's like the Snow Owls.
There she.
There it
There
is.
it is.
And this is my
Your first goal?
Yeah. That's her.
Nice.
The one you were gone for the glory.
That was my first. I got traded to Beauport. I've told this story many times, but it's the true story. I got traded to Beauport. I scored on my first shift of my first game. Eric Daze feathered a pass over, and I scored on Jose Theodore was the goalie, and I scored. And I remember sitting on the bench thinking, man, this is where I should have been right from the start. If I score every period, that's 3 goals a game. We got 50 games left. Like I might crush Mario Lemieux's record.
You might.
52 games later, this is the only puck I got.
Hey, that's one more than us, buddy.
I love that story.
There you go. And it works out. I love it. So Jeff here says Iserman. We got that. So Carlisle, he's got Hank Aaron for vintage and Freddie Freeman for current. Love it. Very fair. Bob, I don't really play or collect anymore. I have a new food collection, but none of them have new cards anymore, it seems. That's fair. I'm with you. I get it. Thoughts on the main collective updated panels? Yes. I like that one. So here, updated panel discussion. 2022 Hobby Millionaires. Where are they now?
Back in their mother's basements.
Second, 100 Heirs. Hobby 100 Heirs. Come on. Chasing one old check hashtag card. Love it. Mantle and Vintage. Judge Modern. Fair enough. I have a Brad Hartland Beauport photo someplace. There you go. I like it. Yeah, if I ever find them, Carlos will see them first. There you go. Fair.
Oh, I like that.
Listen, we got to listen, I think that's a card we all want. That's the card we want. So I think that right there is the grail for us.
I love it.
Thurman Thomas is my main PC. Nice. I like it. That's a good one. I'm fetching the most violent hockey player in hockey history. 52 Parkhurst, Larry the Rock Zidell. There you go. All right. I like it. Some fun. There's some fun options there. That's good stuff. But it's kind of.
Did you guys know that I never knew about Larry the Rock Zidell?
I wasn't. I'm not familiar, but it's one of those things where like I enjoy the obscure. I have fun with that. So hang on one second.
I'm pretty good at nicknames, so I didn't know his nickname was Rock.
Than I remember seeing last time.
But I know Larry Zidell.
So that's the younger brother there. So this is my new microphone, man. I didn't have it last time. You want to get a little closer? You want to chat with the people for a second? I'll trade spot with you.
There we go.
Chat with them for a minute. I'll be back.
Finally.
Find potato chips.
Ask questions there.
You got friggin' potato chips back here. Why did you get some of yourself?
What an improvement, eh?
Potato chips.
There we go.
There we go.
What's up, brother?
Not too much. I'm minding my own business, and then I have someone come in on the house, eat our food, drink our beer, and then steal our bandwidth.
Yeah.
Yep, that's about
You're
right.
used to that.
Why do you put up with that?
I don't. The folks are the ones who keep bringing him back here, and I keep telling you, it's like, you know what this is going to happen every time he comes back in, and yet you keep bringing him back anyway.
Do you guys
Can't get
have
rid
to
of him.
kick him out at some point, or he goes on his own?
He'll leave on his own when he wants to get more beer, but more beer at his place. And his other sort of things there, and he has other stuff. He has his stuff over there. He doesn't have enough stuff here, so at least that way we know he won't stay. Not too long.
I just want you to know that we all believe that there's a special place in heaven for you.
You know, you're making a really good point. I think I should get more beer. That's a good thought. I like where you were going with that.
All right.
At least you
be
prepared this
back.
time.
That's good.
Do do you have any interest in this collection stuff like the rest of us do, or is that not really something you're interested in?
I end up collecting my own stuff for the most part. Not so much on the sports card stuff, although I'm familiar with it because especially when we were both younger, I used to go to the card shows with Carlos, especially like the one that's what's the one around the Dixon Road area? I can't remember the name of that card show right now.
Card show, or are you talking about the flea market?
No, not the
Sports
flea
Card
market. We're talking
Expo?
about the sports card episode. Like I
The
remember
expo is at Airport Road.
Airport
Yeah,
Road. It's still
Dixie
the Dixon Road
Airport,
area.
Yeah, that's the expo.
Yeah, it's like when we used to go down there. So it's like I'm familiar with that stuff, and when we used to have, hell, I still could remember when we used to have, when the malls were still active enough. When we were both young.
So now
enough.
you're talking about Dixie Mall. You're talking about the flea market.
The Dixie
Yeah, not just the
Valley
flea
Mall.
market, but when they used to do like kind of impromptu card shows or something like that, or like sales stuff that was in there. Like hell, even the mall closest to us, when they still used to have.
So that's Commonwealth. Sorry, South Common.
Yeah.
South Common is the one nearby that had those little small shows.
Yeah.
And then the one that would have the show near Square One,
Yeah.
that was the other one that would have a regular show, like a semi-weekly show, whatever.
Yeah.
So that was another one that was over one. We used to have regular mall shows. That used to be all the time. In
Yeah,
the
there used to
90s.
be like
in the 90s.
constantly around there. It's like that, and obviously you had arcades and all this other stuff going on. It's like, and now obviously the COVID didn't help any of that stuff, but it's like even now it's like that stuff just died off, and it's actually depressing because I actually remember seeing that stuff, and I used to enjoy going to that stuff and looking at stuff, even though he's the one really more buying than me on that one.
They do monthly shows now, but it's over like in Lee's side and whatever. It's out of the way. It's completely out of the way.
That's not the same.
No. I like. By the way, I'm getting text messages from Sherry. Well, so Brad there is reacting to that.
Yep.
And like at the same time, I'm getting text messages from Sherry with pictures that I will totally share. That'll totally happen. So anything else you want to say to
nice.
people? Wish them a Merry Christmas.
Oh, the case. Merry Christmas. I don't know why you volunteered to come on here and be harassed by him all the time.
Eric has nothing better to do with his life. It's the same reason you volunteer to continue living so that I can harass you.
We do have one quick question from the chat, and
Good
it
question.
is: at what age did Carlos stop wetting the
Staring at the
bed?
screen. What are you saying?
That is something that the chat would like to get.
I
an
think
answer
that's
on.
Junkwax Jordan. I think he specifically waited until my brother was off screen in order to ask that question on there, so he wouldn't have an immediate flashback. I'm not going to win that one. I'm going to go get my potato chips now. Pleasure talking to all of you.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. I'm getting my chips.
Yep.
So, Brad, browsing around online,
Yeah.
how was the fight September 10th, 1995?
Oh, September 10th, 95. Yeah, I did have a fight. I did. That's good. I did have a fight. Who did I fight?
I don't know. I can't pronounce his first name very well, but it was Belarus.
I remember. Yeah.
Yves
Yeah,
Belarus.
I'm gonna say I didn't do good. Like I didn't lose, but I definitely didn't win.
I can't even
Definitely.
imagine you in a fight. You're too freaking nice. It makes me
Yeah.
sick.
But I was part of the biggest brawl in Canadian playing junior A and junior hockey history. That was with the Dartmouth Oland Exports, and we actually had two guys were completely knocked out on the ice, and they had to it was on TSN. It was pretty cool. Sorry, terrible situation. And I got suspended 10 games, and I think I was second in the league in scoring at the time, and they gave me a 10-game suspension for completely getting beat up. I got beat up it went on for like 5 minutes. I remember in the corner at one point, and Kenny Reed, who's on Sportsnet now, is a good buddy of mine. He was the announcer, and he did a story. He's like, I think Brad took 150 punches at one point in a 2-minute span. And I remember I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't get my arms up, and that's when hockey was the hockey.
Hockey was hockey.
It was bad. It was not my thing, but
Did
And
you
I
have more or less
guarantee-
than 3 overtime goals?
oh geez. Definitely in junior before it. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I can't answer that. I might have had less. I think Jay Rob. I think Jay
Jason Robertson.
Me too. He's crushing me too.
Wow. You
Wow.
answered that.
Those are the stats. So I laughed at how long he was staring at the one comment. It was like a year before you, buddy. Like, come on, guys. You gotta show a little. Pretend you're adults for half a second. We're like that. That's weak. If that's the best you can come up with, that's pathetic.
So I would guarantee So Brad takes 200 punches, gets the ever living bejesus beat out of him, and I would almost guarantee with every single punch that's
He
coming
was
to
still
his face,
smiling.
He's saying sorry.
he's saying sorry, and the guy's just pounding him, and he probably sent him like a get well card after, and hoping that his hand didn't hurt.
Well, it might have hurt his hand.
That's why he got suspended.
It might have hurt his hand on that. Come on.
Unbelievable.
He did nothing wrong. It was all me.
There you go. Fortunately, Orlando, the beer never runs out. They know better than that. I wanted you guys to enjoy having Roberto here. By the way, if any of you remember the Christmas from last time, it's like he's going the whole lumberjack look with the whole thing. By the way, he's the younger brother.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it. That's why I was looking at it, I was like, are you sure that's what you want to go with? Are you sure that beard's a good idea? All right. If it works for you, man.
Handsome young man he is.
Yeah, exactly. With the gray and the beard, the whole bit. There you go.
Some people think beards look good. I mean, they're wrong, but some people think beards look good. You know, whatever.
Yannick, you want to retort on that one?
Nah, it's
You'll be
okay.
dealt with, Paul, in your time. Don't worry. You'll be dealt with.
I know
in your
he's
time,
coming
buddy.
back every
Listen, most of the
year,
serial
man.
killers you studied learned from me. I'll deal with you, Paul. Don't worry about you.
Like, I got a meeting with that guy now every year, so
Oh,
keep
yes.
it up, buddy.
Oh, yes.
Keep it up. Keep
Oh,
it up.
yes. I love it.
And I'll tell you right now, anyway, unless he gets hit by a truck, I don't think it would take Yannick too much time to turn me into a pretzel.
It would,
No.
it would take a big truck.
No. No. All right, hold on. Let me grab a couple of these pictures that Sherry shared. There's some good ones, actually. It's pretty solid.
Oh no.
Oh, we got it. All
I
right, so real quick.
I need
Oh,
those
look at this
pictures.
idiot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
All right, so as well named, happy
bringing them
holidays.
all up,
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let's start off with the first picture here. I like this one. All right, so
Sharon,
Brad,
you need to
I'll
send
I'll
us some
show
of
the
those
picture, and you
pictures.
got to give us a little bit of information. Tell us what we're looking at as I share the pictures. All right, first picture.
That's me, Derek Walser, Donald McLean, and me. I don't even remember that picture. That's pretty impressive.
It's in your house somewhere. Come on.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't remember even seeing that. Yeah, that was the three of us. When I got traded, Donald had an awesome career. So did Walser. They both played in the NHL. And they were my buddies, and me and Donald played midget hockey together. So
There you go. I like it. All right, so let's see what else.
wow,
They had a cool jersey.
yeah, it was awesome. We played, and yeah, it was a great part.
Still have
So
it?
wait. Before you go further, the missus has asked me,
Yes.
is it officially called a sweater or a jersey?
Jersey.
Yannick just said
Jersey.
jersey. So,
It's a jersey. Yeah,
Jersey.
it's a jersey.
okay, because they used to say sweater.
It's a
Well,
jersey.
Because they were
It's a
wool
day
back
sweater.
in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think that's probably it. Was honestly the old school ones were probably closer to sweater. That's probably was more appropriate at one point, but then the switch over came and it became more of a jersey.
Yeah.
She's
So
trying
we
to
got a
use
little bit
correct
here with the
lingo, and she
logo,
asked
and
me
this is
so.
I do not parlez-vous français, so it just looks like it's a little bit of swag from the heyday there.
Exactly.
A little bit of swag there. And let me see, we got one more photo here we're
That's
sharing.
Fun
Alright, so
fact too, I know Brad knows this, but the arena, his home arena of the Arfan Beauport, is just down the street, across the street down here from me.
Yeah. It's so awesome.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, and it's one ugly arena.
yeah.
There you go. I
No,
like that.
seriously. You know those like 70s arena that was just like concrete, no one really thought it through, and that's it. So
So this was a little clip here from the newspaper. So let's see here.
Le Laser de Saint-Hyacinthe.
Oh,
Yep.
damn.
Left
They
winger
got
Brad Harlan
hair.
from
Hair
Port Middle.
Brad.
Yeah.
I like this. Hartland quit, saying I seen earlier this season joined the Halifax. It's like quit. Are you a quitter,
Yeah.
Brad? Come on, that's a weird. That's interesting phrasing.
I'll tell you right now, honestly, and I look back and to be honest with everybody, I was homesick, and
Right.
I look back at it, I'm like, I'm not the guy that would ever be homesick, but times were different then. Like nobody spoke English, and nobody accepted me on St. Ice. And I was drafted in the first round. I went 5th overall, and I went there as the only English person. And it sounds like a little bit of a want, but no cell phones, no internet, like no connection. I leave Halifax, I go there, and nobody cared about me.
You're South Shore of Montreal. You're about 45 minutes from the big city.
Yeah.
And
I just didn't. And I just was like, you know what? Trade me. I want to be in Beauport with my buddies.
trade me right fucking now.
Trade me right now. So I did. I left and I got traded.
All right.
Hang
I like
up.
it. I like it. All right. All right. Fair enough.
There's a railroad track that crosses the highway there. That's it.
Yeah. I remember we would play Laval, and Marty Lapointe played in Laval, and this was when I was in St. Hyacinthe. And I got off the bus. I remember I called my dad that night, and I said, they dropped us off in the back of the rink in Laval, and Laval was notorious for being a
Laval
great
was a
hockey
friggin' nut house then.
and crazy. And it said, "Welcome to the House of Pain. Be prepared to die."
Yeah.
And I get off the bus and I'm looking at this, and it's in English and it's a banner, and I'm walking in the door and I'm just like, oh my God. And I remember skating in the warm up, going around, and I was the first overall pick. And Marty Lapointe was like, he said something to me like, "You're going to eat my stick," or I forget exactly what it was. And I just remember being like, I was petrified of that.
There you go.
Laval was the equivalent of, let's say, like the Broad Street Bullies in the 70s. Like when you were playing to Laval in the 80s and 90s, they were the Titans, I think.
Yeah.
Before they moved to Acadie Batters.
Yeah.
And everybody were two brothers that owned the team, and the guy were even kind of linked into the underbellies of Montreal a little bit.
So three brothers owned, I think 3 teams, and they'd stack Laval and Granby, Granby, and another team. And then they'd work together and they'd say, okay, it's your turn, time to win. And they'd trade amongst each other and stack a team every year. But yeah, it was something else. But
special times then.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm signing out. Everybody have a good Christmas tomorrow with your family and friends, and I'll see you on the eve of 2023, guys.
Sounds good, Bobby. Have yourself a good one. Take it easy.
Right. Thanks, Bobby.
I'll be in the chat.
Sounds good. Have a good one. All right, let me scroll through here.
Yeah.
I like it. But yeah,
there was some crazy coaches and characters in that league, and like, tell about your coach there, Joe Canale. Like, that guy would just fly everything, man. He would just chuck things, chairs, garbage cans, the milk crate with the pucks, the water bottles, name it, man.
The problem, Brad, is you weren't thinking about it from the perspective of, at that point, like, I didn't play hockey because it was never my thing. I don't like ice, except my drink. But if I did, it's like, I would have been kicked out. Because the first thing I would have done is, as soon as they sassed me the way that I didn't like, it's like, all right, we're going prison rules. we're going straight up, like, I'm just going to murder somebody. And I'm going to pick the biggest guy, and I'm going to kill him. And I'm going to cheat. It's like, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to fight so dirty, but he's never getting up. Like, his career ends as soon as I end one guy's career, we're not even dealing with this again.
Brad, did you play when Brashear was playing? Or that was a little before you?
No, he was gone. Larocque, George, we played. He was in
Big George, George of the holders.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He was as big, as tough as anybody else in the game. He was intimidating.
I believe Matthew Barnaby, that was just after you, right?
Barnaby just left. Yeah, Barnaby just left Beauport. But I think on our team in Beauport, we had 10 guys. I kind of realized that, I was a goal scorer my entire life. That's, put points up. And when I went there, there's a different level of players. Like, you really get to see the guys that I knew I wasn't going to make it. I went to the San Jose Sharks training camp, rookie camp, and the Senators. And I did realize, like, there is a point you have to tell yourself, am I going to be the guy in the minor leagues living on a bus? Or at that point, I knew I wasn't good enough to play in the show. And I made the decision to come back to Halifax. So you kind of you can either go that route and play in the minors for 10, 15 years, do your thing. But there's so many good hockey players. Like,
hey, it's not a bad thing, but it's definitely a grind. From what I know, friends of mine who've done it or been there a few years, like, you got to keep telling yourself, like, is today the day, or, am I getting the call? Or at some point you're like, this is over me, right? So,
yeah. And I had there's lots of good stories. At some point, I'll tell the guys over some beers sometimes that Joe Canale had a daughter, and there's a lot of stories that we can get into. So it's not tonight.
Yep. So Gary here said Peoria, Illinois. So that's a solid one. I had no idea Brad was such a weapon. There you go from Name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, Name will be unable to join us tonight because he got a part-time job as one of Santa's elves, and he will be
Tonight's the night.
He will be assisting
Preparing
Santa
the sleigh.
with doling out presents to children. So
I see.
he's traveling the world all evening. I'm glad that he got an internet connection and was able to just type in and say hi real quick.
Santa has got
Name, you're
Wi-Fi
hours away from
everywhere.
giving your kids gifts. It would be very funny if you completely contradicted Eric and just gave me the option, and I'll send you a link and you can come on. You don't have to spend too much time. You can go back to your presents, but like it might be a good idea.
He's unable to join us because he will be he will be assisting Santa tonight.
See,
He's
See,
backing
he
you up.
is.
He's backing you up.
I tried to tell you. You think I make this stuff up every week?
You basically do, yes.
I do not.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm.
But what you should be impressed was because last night he was in Australia declawing kangaroos for charity, and tonight he's helping Santa. He's an amazing guy.
Mm. That doesn't feel like the praise that he usually gets from you.
Well, it's Christmas.
You feel a little insincere is what I'm getting at.
almost Christmas.
Yeah, interesting. Going on.
Shut up, Bob.
Interesting. Cool. Yannick, you got any other questions you want to ask the people?
Not necessarily, actually, by no means by price, but what is your most prized possession in your collection? Like the most unique, the one that is like, man, I'm never giving that one away.
Prize is
Which one
open
is
ended.
it?
That's pretty open ended. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
No, I mean we got time, right? Like we're going for
Brad, you got your pictures with baubles, so that's pretty priceless. That's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. That was awesome.
So that's a pretty good one.
We'll have many more in Chicago this year.
Looks like it. We're tracking for it. So here we go. Let me go here. Carlos says, I'm out of tape. Is it permissible to use Band-Aids to seal wrapping paper? Why not?
Absolutely.
clean
Go
ones.
for it. Super glue.
Absolutely. I was sat in a car with Martin Lapointe. He was very pleasant with me and his lovely girlfriend to purchase a pair of shoes for me. There you go. For me. There you go. Nice.
I remember him in his Chicago and Boston years. I was pretty.
Yeah. I
he's
still
a good-
say that
he's a good player.
the craziest guy I've ever played hockey with, Patrick Cote. I think me and you talked about this, Yannick.
Yep.
He went on, played in the NHL with Edmonton. He was drafted by Dallas. I think he is in jail. Well, I know he's in jail right now, and I'm pretty sure he got declared a dangerous offender, so he's never getting out of prison. And this guy was just he was always super nice to me, but he was a complete tough animal. Like he wanted to hurt people every day of his life.
So you're saying it checks out. Is what you're saying. It checks out.
Yeah. Oh, he's legit now. He's a dangerous offender. Never get out of prison in Canada. I think like this guy, you can check his stats and anyone that wants to dig in, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of a documentary on this guy. He was just like crazy. But good to me because I spoke English and he wanted to improve his English because he was drafted by Dallas.
Another French guy. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yannick, you see, there seems to be like a violence there. Now look, if we can harness this violence, I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, I'm not pointing out anyone in particular, but if we can harness the violence, I think there's some people who we may be able to deal with. I'm just saying. I got ideas. Don't even worry about it. I got it all planned out. He'll get his. He'll get his. Don't even worry about it. So James here says 51 Bowman Mantle. Solid. Rookie Mantle. Absolutely. Most prize is a tough question. It is. But it's also open-ended. Most prize doesn't mean the same thing as most expensive, to Yannick's
Poopy
point.
Pony 101.
Absolutely. It could be anything. It could be anything you like. Most prize is whatever means the most to you, whatever that is. Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. Game Use Eiserman Rookie Stick. Yes.
That's a good one.
Yep. Bobby Orr Rookie, PSA 6. And 65 Tops Joe Namath, PSA 5. Strong choices.
Wow.
Very strong. Very strong. Plan to be in the U.S. for summer vacation in Chicago and hope to meet some of you guys. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. We'll have to chat a little
That's
more.
a long way from Korea.
Yep. Well, that's what I say. Like, it's going to be interesting. The plan is still to make that happen. I think that'll be fun, and we'll have to see what that looks like. there's time between now and then, but the planning is in progress. Got the hotel figured out. Haven't bought the tickets to the expo.
Same.
Haven't bought the tickets. Sorry, I say expo by default, but the national. Haven't bought the tickets yet because also I'm not going to be in there every day, but I'm definitely going to be in there a number of days. So it's figuring out what makes the most sense.
I started shopping for flights.
Yep. Patrick the Predator Cote of USA fame.
Yeah, no,
UFC
he wasn't. He didn't fight in the UFC.
No, not that guy. Not
Yeah,
that.
different one.
But I just Googled him to see what the latest was, and it just said he was shot while in prison. Don't really understand how that happened, but
There you go.
Well, the usually the guy outside the bars have the guns.
yeah, yeah.
Usually. Not
Chris
always.
Rock already told us that this. You can't go to a party with guns because the guys outside know you don't have one.
Yeah.
Chris Rock already told us this. Sounds like my kind of fella. Yes, Paul, it does. 2 ticket stubs my grandma left me. I wanted as a kid. 42 Navy versus Notre Dame. And 46 doubleheader Yankees versus Cleveland. Cardwise person Thurman Auto. Cardwise in-person auto. A Thurman Munson Auto from childhood. Nice. Very nice. Deion Sanders Falcons game used jersey. Nice, Paul.
Awesome.
Nice. Tony Esposito. Gary owns Tony Esposito. It's pretty good.
Why?
Well, he says he owns him. He owns
There
the
may
first
have
one.
been a time when that would have been awesome. I don't know if now's that time.
He's got him preserved in carbonite. How do you know like it's
Stuff.
not like legit? Could be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Cortez in jail for 2 to 3 bank robberies. Fair.
It's nuts.
I don't think I've got a most prized card sports related thing. Fair enough. Hoping to meet at the national. We'll see. He was shot during a prison.
car. It could be whatever. Like
Yeah, like I said, it is open ended.
we're between friends anyway, right?
Well, I don't know, Bushi Eric. I don't know, Yannick. I don't
Well,
know.
you
Friends
know,
is a bit strong.
We only
strong.
have to pretend that 1 week a year. That's it.
It's a little strong. I don't know. Friendship is the kind of the angle we want to go on this.
Known acquaintance.
Yeah. Acquaintance is fair. I think acquaintance is reasonable. It's solid.
Known acquaintance.
Brad, is that that seemed about right? Yeah, we know who that is.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess. Looking away.
You wouldn't walk across the street to see me on the other side, but you might go. Yeah.
Well, look, it could be worse. I know I've known some people in the hobby who literally could be across on the other side of a bar, and I would literally walk to the left instead of the right. I've done that before.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure we organize this for Chicago. That's for sure.
I think as we
There's
get closer,
so
I think if we get closer, it'll make more sense. I think we'll definitely have to talk about
I
it
think
because
we need to rent a bus, sorry, and like start from Halifax and then back and then Toronto.
well, Yannick, the reason I was kind of so here's funny. What's funny?
Detroit, Chicago.
There's a lot. There's a lot, buddy. There's a lot. Well, it's interesting because I'm like, all right, so Yannick, I think from your perspective, it's interesting. So you're looking at flights. You're looking at is that kind of your main thought process, or is this something where you would drive, or do you mainly want to fly? I'm kind of.
I looked at
I'm iffy.
everything so far.
I'm
Everything
iffy.
so far.
I'm
And
iffy. I don't like planes, but at the same time, I also don't like the fact that it restricts you on what you can carry. It makes it a
Different.
little bit tricky. So I like the fact that if you do drive, Chicago's not so bad. Comparatively to some other locations, it's not as bad. So it's one of those things where driving also gives you the option of you can put your shit in the car and then go where you need to go.
Chicago for me, that's a 20-hour drive from here.
Yeah.
I guess Brad, that's maybe another 5 to 10 hours.
Yeah, I think Sherry already booked our flights. We're going to be down there for the full week. So
Yeah. But for me, it's about a 20-hour drive. I got 2 direction that I look because you can go over the lakes or under the lakes.
Right.
Depending. And I'm planning it with my wife, Charity, and we're probably going to do one of those baseball road trip at the same time. So I'm lining up probably like 4 or 5 baseball game on the way. And now I'm looking maybe going on a 10 days or so since I'm gonna be driving.
Oh wow, Jesus. You're gonna take the whole thing.
Oh, we don't do those. We used to love those road trips. We're that kind of like we just like to drive and go like mileage if we have to, but it's been a while, and this time like you said there, like ×2 the flights, the limitations you have and everything. The only thing right now of driving the whole thing for me would be about time. Obviously, it takes a lot of time to drive. And the other number two thing would be like, because I want to hit every kind of like, Philly, Baltimore, Washington, New York, kind of that way back towards home. And well, you got to park your car in every of those damn downtown, and that's like almost the cost of it.
It is, yeah. Look, I think I'll be honest. The hotel,
like just last thing, I literally put in the price to park your vehicle every night, man, and it's like holy shit.
Oh, it's gonna be expensive. Look, it's gonna be expensive. Let's be clear about this.
Oh yeah,
the hotel. I know for a fact, based on the way I already pre-booked the hotel, but based on the hotel, I think
I did too.
American, it's gonna be like $1,200 US for me, $1,200 US. So like based on Eric's math, $15 trillion.
Yes.
So like it's a lot.
Yep.
It's a lot. so like Bobbles, I'm committed. Like I've committed $15 trillion. Like I've committed most of the gross domestic product of the country to basically paying for the hotel stay.
It's
let
fine.
alone transport, let alone like eating, let alone cards.
Oh come on, we all agree anyway that if you go there, it's not gonna be on. Oh, it's gonna try to be cheap here. Like it's not. You just go and you're going.
No, there are cheaper options. Now I do want to I want to make another point, but before I do, I have actually been passed along a critical piece of a historical artifact, and it's very interesting. I think our bougie Eric friend over there knows a little more than he lets on.
I was going to say, who is going to get bashed here, me or Brad? Is it?
I think it's you. I think this is you.
16-year-old mustache Brad, or is it going to be me doing? Oh God!
I didn't realize that you were involved. You were like an eyewitness to this historical moment in hockey history. You literally right there, point blank, smack in the middle of the screen.
You threw the keychain.
Explain yourself, bougie Eric. You know more than you let on.
Well, the reason I'm so knowledgeable about that incident that night.
We have a lot of questions, sir.
I may have been the one that reached over the glass and hit Stan Jonathan and stole his stick. So I did.
Thank you to Hockey Barn Collectibles for that critical piece of data and information, letting us know that Eric was in fact there.
Well done.
I just want Hockey Barn Collectibles to know that I'm not buying anything from you ever again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yes. Accommodation is going to be expensive. And I'm still trying to figure out the transportation. That's really the big thing. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of flying, but I will fly under the right circumstances. Why not? But at the same time, it's like, well, the problem is if you fly, you're limited in what you can carry. You can do carry-on. You can do a couple different things. It's like, it's kind of a bit of a pain. And you know you're going to be there for a certain amount of days and everything. It's like, Now, if you drive around, then you do have certain abilities that you can kind of drive things across the border. You got to declare things a certain way. I'll figure it out, but it is going to be a little bit of hang-up. International travel is always a hang-up, but we'll have to figure it out. We've got some planning to do between now and then. This is what it comes down to. So I don't know yet. And as far as the actual show and the tickets to admit and everything into the National itself, it's like, that part I'm least worried about. It's like, look, y'all will take my money one way or the other. If I just want to show up a certain amount of days, like I can do that. I don't know. Brad, are you going to be like at the trade nights? Is your plan to like do the whole thing, the whole bit?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to do I'll be doing some stuff, I assume, with PSA. And trade night was awesome. My favorite thing of the Atlantic City from a card standpoint was trade night. Just walking around and seeing
me.
Yeah, absolutely. I met Balbos for the first time. It was awesome.
How could that not be your favorite thing?
Yeah. And
the arrogance, Bobbles. The kind of ego that you've got going on in this. It's ridiculous.
I just think, excuse me, honestly, but in Chicago, how it's set up, like the restaurants, the convention center, the hotels, there's like a football field right in the middle of all these restaurants that you just go hang out. It's an awesome venue for a vacation. And I treat the National as a vacation. It's not something that I'm going to go there and I'm going to pick up a lot of cards for myself. I try, I always fail. it's one of those things. But I go because I absolutely love the people and I enjoy it. So the more guys like you guys that are coming this year here, and more
I think
guys.
Brad, if all things are based on what I've seen and what I've heard, I think it's gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be pretty crazy, man. I think we're gonna have a lot of folks out there, so we'll definitely have to hang out at least for a little bit in there for sure. Yannick's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Bobbles is gonna be there. Everyone that matters is gonna be there. So Eric, you're not coming, right? We're 100%. Like you're not coming.
I hate you people, and I don't want to really.
Perfect. So like everyone that matters, Brad, will be there. Like literally, only people in the hobby that matter.
So I already showed you. So we're talking about this huge riot.
Do we also know about Brad knowing somebody with a bus? I think that's important.
I'm sure he does.
So he probably knows somebody with a bus. Yeah.
The three main participants in that riot. I already showed you a picture with me and Mike Milbury.
Facts.
This is me and Terry O'Reilly.
Oh, look at him. He's bragging now.
And I'm holding the picture of him going into the stands.
Mm.
And then one more. Here we go. And this is me and Stan Jonathan.
What a coincidence. Stan Jonathan is on the comment. So was Stan Jonathan's steak a chocolate stick? Could you answer that?
No, it was not, or else I would have eaten it.
Facts. 65 tops. Phil Esposito PSA 10. Nice.
Very
and
nice.
I like that you include the dots at the beginning of it. I appreciate it. Trade nights were great. Love it, Orlando.
My mother is watching the show. Hi, Mom. Love you. And she screenshotted the picture and sent it to me.
As she should. Thank you, Mrs. Wade. Thank you for participation.
Yep, she's awesome.
There's the Phil Esposito. Love it.
Oh, that's you're an asshole. I hate you so much.
So much love in this holiday season. My goodness.
Good. I don't want to hear him. Make sure his mic is off.
Well, he's muted himself. I didn't do it to him. He did it to himself.
I picked up a PSA 7 today and PSA 6 from a guy.
Just today.
Oh, he says he got two of them. Yeah. I like that.
Rub it in.
As he should.
Because what was it last night we were talking about what I wanted to pick up for the upcoming year, and I said Phil Esposito rookie. And
you did? I listened. I don't honestly.
I don't
remember. I thought I listened to the whole show, but I.
And then there's Brad going, "Hey, look at this jerk! I got two of them."
Yeah, they're for
He
sale.
heard you and wanted to get inventory.
And people say, that my hatred for Brad is a shtick. And we've had complaints and I'm getting tired of Eric's old shtick about hating Brad. No, I really, really hate Brad.
What if I bought one of those for you?
See?
Be careful.
Hurt my feelings.
How do you know?
Careful.
To be clear, everyone, I will remind you that at the expo, Brad Harlan, member of the establishment, who will give me my decoder ring so that I can fully be entrenched into the establishment. Bobbles, we'll make sure you got your decoder ring. Everybody will be cool. So as part of that, in addition to that, I took advantage of making sure that he had the opportunity to give to the not less fortunate, to give to the unfortunate. The unfortunate being Eric. So he gave to the unfortunate, and he said, "You pathetic soul, I mean Eric, have some tickets to your favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. You lie that you're Boston crap. Whatever. Here's some tickets to the Leafs. You can go with Yannick, and in terms of that, instantly increase your cool factor. Look at that beard. It is increasing your cool. So you can go to a Leafs game. Yannick is elevating your street cred, and I will pony it up. Here you go." That's the kind of guy Brad Harlan is.
I don't recall any of that.
I believe we have photograph evidence to all the things I just said. Yannick, help me.
I don't
We
believe
do.
We've got evidence to all of this.
I don't.
All of it.
That's true. I don't recall any of this. And
Bubbles, you see, this is the lack of gratitude that we get from Bougier. The lack of gratitude that Brad Harlan took a poor, deluded soul in Bougier and elevated him and gave him this opportunity. And this is how he repays him.
I mean, he had somebody scouting and hunting for his cards that he bought up there. He
Paul.
gets free tickets to a hockey game.
Brad.
I mean,
I know, and you know
he has earned nothing.
Yeah,
he has earned nothing in this business.
I don't recall any of this.
Man.
Sorry.
And I was going to say, Eric, if you wanted a place to stay while we're at the National, I sent
Wow.
Carlos, I sent you a little picture that me and Sherry have talked about it. And we would be happy that you are more than welcome if you need a place to stay that you can stay with us.
Here it
And
comes.
we kind of have a vision of what it will look like.
Yeah, here it comes.
There you go. Look at that. Got it all figured out. They got it all figured out. Just for you. Bougie Eric. Because they got it all figured out for you.
Brad,
They
I
keep
would love to
giving
see your
and
Thunder
giving
Buddy.
and giving, and your lack
Yeah.
of gratitude, frankly, is disturbing.
The Boston Bruin himself will be right in between our little Thunder Buddy.
I would love to be your Thunder Buddy. And my mom
I'm leaving that completely alone out of context. I'm leaving that completely alone out of Bobbles.
My mother is watching.
Bobbles, I gotta walk away. I got nothing.
my
Yeah.
mother is watching, so I am not going to sing the Thunder Buddy song, but I know it word for word, and I'm singing it in my head.
So do I.
All right.
Woo!
Um,
Moving on.
I'm gonna head out, guys.
Sounds good.
It's winding down to midnight, and kids will be up early and all that. So,
Awesome.
but I do want to say appreciate everybody in chat. Appreciate all you guys. Here,
Merry
hell
Christmas.
of a year. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all of that. Hope all of your wishes come true. The big man is good to you.
Except for Eric. None of us want that.
Even Eric, man.
Mm.
No hate to anybody. So, but again, all of y'all great. It's it's awesome to be part of the hobby and the community and everything. So, I hope y'all get everything you want and have a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your families, all that stuff, and let's roll into the new year and start 2023 off right. So,
Same
Take
to
it
you.
easy,
Appreciate
Bobby.
you
Sounds
guys.
good,
I'm gonna
Bobbles.
hop
Have
off
yourself a good
and,
evening. Take it easy. Thanks for dropping in.
Same to you.
You guys have a
Merry
good night,
Christmas.
man.
Have a good night. Perfect. And
they
I got
were
about
forward.
I got about 10 minutes before I'll do my hard stop, because what I'll do is basically the family opens up the presents and everything right at midnight. So timing wise is perfect. So like that worked out
Yeah,
beautifully.
it's good timing. right?
Yeah, it's basically that's why I started at the time I did, because I said, "Oh, this is perfect." Now the irony is that Bobbles was checking out right at the time. It's like, I think this is the most amount of people we've had tonight. It's actually been very interesting as the night has gone on. People like to avoid their families in the holidays, apparently. Hang out on a hobby live stream. All right, so real quick, I'll read a couple of these here. First, Alexander Keats made me do it. I understand. Eric, were you in charge of going to the store and pick up food for Christmas dinner?
No.
Were you, Eric?
No,
No.
they wouldn't let me anywhere near that.
Even with like a note from his mom.
No, my wife and mother went alone. They wouldn't even let me come. They were afraid that I'd somehow screw it up and screw up Christmas dinner. So I was not invited.
You were barred. You were banned.
Yeah, I was banned. That's the way it is. That's the word they
Want to
use.
keep the little baby Jesus happy.
Yeah,
They said-
like he's already been offended multiple times.
They
been
say
pretty
you
bad.
are not going to ruin baby Jesus' birthday this year.
No.
And you're not allowed to come to the store with us.
Facts.
Who dressed you, Eric, tonight?
My wife did. We went to her side of the family's Christmas gathering, and she said I had to look half decent. No, I think
Wow.
it was not homeless. Was the term she used?
Well, that's about the
couldn't
bar
take
that I would go
dress
with for you.
stuff there.
That's about the bar that I would go with for you. I
You
like
got
it.
a stain on your shirt there, Eric.
Eric puts the attitude and gratitude. Facts.
Oh.
Now, Brad, I know that I think we're talking to Sherry off screen.
Yeah,
Can we get Sherry to say hello at least for the holiday here, real quick? Like, it's up to you. If
Oh,
she
yeah,
wants
she's
to come,
listening downstairs.
yeah.
Absolutely. She'll
No,
be
but I was
back
just saying, like, if she wants to come by and at least wave and say hi. Look, I've had not one but two Alcazar family members pop in tonight.
Yeah.
So you got Carlos Senior, you got the bearded guy that I'm apparently related to, the younger brother.
You
the other
gotta
guy.
come down.
The other younger guy. It's like, at least wave and say hello.
She
So
was- she was bringing me
that's
up-
reasonable.
She was bringing me up Pokemon cards.
Oh, love it.
And she brought me up a stack of cards that she found in her. She's like, I think I might grade some of these. You guys will like this.
All right, what do you got?
She found those from
Hold on,
her.
hold on, sorry. Let me make sure I got you zoomed in. There you go.
She had a little collection.
1991 score.
Oh, yeah.
Score.
He's like, are these worth anything? I was like, nah, no. She found those in a box downstairs that her brother or father had. So
A fortune.
I know.
There might be 25 whole cents in that hand that you
We,
hold.
we might have a Peter Klima in here for Eric.
Ooh, I like that.
I actually didn't have a chance to say what is my most prized possession.
All right, hold on.
Speaking
Before you say that, Yannick, before you say
Yeah,
that, hang on. Before you say that, let me read a couple of these comments. Hang tight
'Cause
for
it
2
links
seconds.
with the
I know what it
score
is.
and
Hang tight for 2 seconds. Hang tight. So keep it up, Eric, and your mom is going to come down to the basement and yank your ear for being naughty and Christmas Eve. Facts.
She did that last week.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna go get the card.
Go get it. Go get it. While you're doing that, I'll read a couple comments. So Name said, Happy Merry Christmas, Bobbles. So thank you, Bobbles, for joining in. Appreciate you on Christmas Eve. So thank you for that. Look, these holiday things are fun for me. Like, I'm at the house. Like, I'm being serious. The reason I can do this here is that I'll be at the family house, but the family is just chilling doing their thing. We literally open presents at midnight. That's not a joke. It's like the presents are literally physically about 4 feet from me. So we're like, but like, we're all adults in the house. So like Christmas is like us just chilling. And it's like, all right, we'll hang out. Look, I'm going to have my apple pie. I'm looking forward to it. Probably in about half an hour's time, give or take. I'll be chowing down on some apple pie. I'll be having a good time with that. That's all I want. That's all I need. That's why I'm enjoying it. So for me, that's fun. Carlos Sr.'s a character. He's fun. Like, we're both assholes, but we imagine the conversations we have. You guys got a sliver, a taste of what it is. If you're in this household, you better be able to take barbs because you're getting them.
Oh,
You're getting them from everybody, left, right, and center. And you never sleep, or else someone will kill you in your sleep. Right there.
He's coming
See what I'm
behind you. Watch out.
Do you know what I'm saying? Look,
Someone slept yet?
he thinks he's sneaking up to people.
I don't know him, but I am a professional one.
Do you see what I'm saying to you?
That's good.
See, he has gloves on.
Yeah.
I haven't slept since 1991. Because I know the second I do, that guy. And he also hasn't slept since 1991 because he knows the second he does, I get
This
him.
guy.
I get him. He got. Well, the moment that happens, so we both have had slept in 31 years. Don't even worry about it. Just telling you. Absolutely. Merry Christmas, Bobbles. James here. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Much love. Stay safe. Enjoy cardboard. Thank you, Tom. Yep. No one can travel in Western New York right now. Have a 10-foot tall snowdrift in the backyard. Yep. It's been pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we had some crazy weather here yesterday.
And Bob here understands the reason why I had the younger brother come on. The younger brother looks older than you. I know. That's what makes me so happy. That's the reason why I wanted to present him to you. He's like, he's younger than I am. He really is. But you wouldn't know it. It's great. It's great. And every year that goes by, he gets older and I stay about the same. I'm aging at like 1/3 the speed he is. It's fantastic. He's already blown past me. It's great. Yep. Anthony, Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Merry Christmas to you as well. But yes, no, it's a lot of fun. So you got the whole gamut. Look, you got most of the Alcazar clan here. Most of us that are here in the house, you got the bunch of them. So that's why I say, like, Brad, if Sherry can pop in and say hello, it would be kind of fun.
She's definitely on her way up. She's going to do
All
that.
right,
Before.
perfect.
I almost feel like I should give her a Christmas present just to close it out. Her main Christmas present for me is actually related to us, kind of, in a way.
Nice. All right. I like it.
That's nice.
Yeah. We're just chilling it. By the way, guys, we're in the last little bit here of the show. We're gonna wind her down on that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, absolutely. We're winding it down. All right. So what do you got there, Yannick? Explain yourself. What do you have?
That's A because Pro Set. That's just what I collected then.
Gee.
And it's Flower himself when he came back after he came back out of retirement in '89, played for the Rangers. He finished one last year for the Nordiques. And there's 10-year-old me there that went to Mr. LaFleur and asked him for an autograph. So there you go. I have that card with me basically ever since.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
sentimental value for the win. I like that.
Yeah, big time.
That's solid right there.
Pro Set, man. Woo!
Oh, we know we love Pro Set.
But you gotta remember, with him with a Nordique jersey, that was
true.
It, basically.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
So
it's one of those things. The comments have been great, everybody. Thank you for that. What's fun for me is that these Eve episodes are kind of interesting in that you never know what you're going to get. It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's one of those things where we did the episodes last night, of course, because obviously we came off the heels of having a little bit of a controversial thing in there. We weren't going to talk about it. We were actually going to talk about Ovechkin, 802, and the whole thing. It just didn't come up. we talked about it briefly.
Oh,
Sherry,
here.
how's it going, Sherry? All right, unmute yourself. You got to unmute yourself so you can join us here. Sherry, how are you?
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Good. How are you guys?
Going
Good.
well.
Good. You.
Going well.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There you go. Perfect.
It is for
All right.
you
So
guys
first,
now.
so a couple quick questions. First, what are you drinking tonight?
Cider.
Nice. All right. All right. What kind? Any particular brand? Like, what do you have there?
I have Strongbow tonight. Usually I drink the Island Good Folk from Cape Breton.
All right. Strongbow, I'm very familiar with. Back in the day, I had a few friends that enjoyed it. It's actually pretty solid. It's not bad. It's not a bad choice at all. That's good stuff. I know you've been kind of chiming in a little bit here and there tonight. How's Brad doing? How did Brad perform on a lot of this stuff? We've enjoyed it. The pictures. We did enjoy the pictures. That was fun.
I'm good with the pictures.
Oh, the pictures were good. Yeah.
He told me to stop sending them though.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Like, there's a lot of fun. And there's Charity. Charity, how are you?
I'm here and I'm good.
Excellent. Good. I like it.
That's
So we've got all the family.
The first timer tonight.
Absolutely. We've had various family members joining in, and no one likes Eric, so that's it.
Oh,
We did have
I
a
also
mother-in-law.
love
We did
Eric.
have a mother-in-law chime in. So
Come on.
that's-
Everybody loves Eric.
I'm kind of liking the go.
I'm still waiting for the first person. I'm waiting. His mother like tolerates. Does that count?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah. I'm like
I side with her.
I'm a necessary evil to her, but I am a constant disappointment to her, though.
That is true. That is true. Well, that's why the reason why I wanted to give you guys my younger brother, so he could say his piece. But then I'm going to remind you that despite all his complaining, I get invited back, knowing that I'm going to say horrible things. And they asked me to come here. To which I say, well, it sounds to me like they want me to say the horrible things to you because they literally feed me for the privilege. They pay me to do this to you.
Hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
There you go. Yes.
Come on, man.
Wow.
I thought we were friends.
Wow.
Okay, guys, I have something to finish up.
Charity,
for
have
this
it-
man for Christmas.
nice
So.
to see
Thank you. Thank you, Charity. Thank you for dropping
Merry
in.
Christmas, Joy
Merry
Noel.
Christmas.
Hope to see you guys
Have a good one.
soon.
Thank you for joining.
Bye, Eric.
That's awesome.
There you go. I like it.
Carrie,
So I will say, so I'm going to do that
Family show.
before we go.
Mm.
There's a whole bunch of things, but I thought this would be a pretty cool thing.
Oil and I'm going upstairs.
In the midst of it, do we get to make fun of Eric? Is there an angle in which I can make fun of Eric? I can find a way, Brad. I'm very creative. Don't
Well, this is
underestimate me.
Long in the making. I've been waiting to give this anyway.
All right.
For a few years, but this year was the year I decided this would be a cool gift to give Sherry. She's a longtime collector for 3 years now, maybe 3 years Pokemon cards. So, anyways, this is something I picked up, so she can open it up and she.
All
can
right.
show
I
it.
love it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's all you. It's all you. It's all you.
I couldn't think of a better time to do it than now. So,
Jesus Christ.
hey, it's a family show here.
Mine is not.
I think that ship has sailed, Brad. I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Earmuffs, people.
Earmuffs.
Lipsticks. Oh my god. Woo-hoo!
All right. So what do we got? Go ahead. All right, you got to tilt it a little bit forward. I know the light's very bright. All right, so I see it as the Charizard. I see that. The label I can't read. So, Sherry, can you read what it is?
It is a 1999 Pokemon game Charizard Hollow First Edition.
Wow.
That's strong.
Six.
That's strong. That's strong. That's strong. I like it.
Bravo.
Look, I'm not a Pokemon guy, but I know that's legit. I know that's a legit card. That's strong right there.
If you're gonna collect Pokemon, you have to have the ultimate Pokemon card.
Well,
That is the ultimate Pokemon card. That is legit.
And we had a PSA 8 and a 4 come through that I seen in the last couple of weeks, and I was just looking at it like, oh my god, I love
This
that.
this is another one of those, like, it's a 6 that I feel like when I look at it, it could still be like a 9 or a 10. Like, it looks, it's a gorgeous kid. So.
I'll take a picture.
Yeah, that's a legit
Well
card.
played.
That's a legit card. Well done by you, sir.
job,
Well
Brad.
done by you.
Yeah.
Nicely done. By the way, I want to include this comment as well, which is facts.
Priorities.
That's your priorities.
Facts. I like
understand
it.
that. I've known since I was very young where I stood in my mother's house
In the pecking order, yes.
after football.
It's all yours.
Nana.
Well, congratulations, Sherry. That is a legit card.
6.
Yeah.
It's a good proper card. Well, you got to display that one. That's legit right there.
Oh, I will.
All right, so hold on. I got the picture here. I got the picture here of the card a little easier to see, so I'll share it with everybody here. So
Jerry, you're gonna need one of those chain now and then.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'll
No.
talk to Tim.
No.
Well, I'll have Tim hook you
A
up.
ring. We'll make a
Unless
ring.
it's- unless
We'll
it's-
make a ring.
14 karat gold and diamonds. I don't want it.
Dang. All right, we're going to have to elevate it up a level. So there's the Charizard there, first edition PSA 6. Lovely. You got the hollow. That's strong. I like it.
That was very sneaky.
I know.
I don't want to be
Sneaky.
critical of your present, but
Wow, Eric. Jeez.
listen, I'm just saying the corners don't look very sharp.
Wow.
There you go.
Maybe to Poopy Pony, but I don't know about PSA.
Interesting. All right.
I think,
right.
Eric, I'm going to say that one went right over her head.
I know. It's okay. I still love her. There's no
Never
corners
mind. We'll let that one slide.
around.
Oh, yeah.
That's
There's
too
no
many
corners.
ciders. Too many ciders right there.
Yeah,
Right?
that's okay.
Where's
And
Eric?
whether you appreciate it or did not appreciate Eric's joke, I'm going to remind you.
I do now.
It's fucking Christmas.
It is Christmas. That's
Focus,
why, in the
focus,
spirit of
people.
giving in the season, I'm going to remind you that the
Show
like
stuff.
button allows Eric to pay for his either good or really bad jokes. Either way,
That
makes no
like-
difference.
I thought, didn't you say we charged twice today because it's Christmas?
Well, originally I was going to charge him 5X, and then I took a break on him on Christmas. It's like, I'm kind of thinking I should bring him back at the 5X because Eric's kind of worked his way back up the list here. He's been kind of grinchy. Like, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know.
Are there
Well,
people actually still watching this garbage?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Actually, pretty close to our high end of the consistency apex. Like, it's actually been pretty strong, all things considered.
You're all getting cold. Whoever's watching this is getting cold tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Well, whoever's watching should honestly hit the like button just to make sure Eric pays for that comment, if nothing else.
Favorite Christmas movie?
We did get something along that vein. So tell you what, why don't we wind her down on that thought? Favorite Christmas movie? Die Hard.
Die Hard.
I'm taking
or
it.
isn't?
I'm taking it first. Oh no, it is. It is very much a Christmas movie. I don't care what
Gotta
anyone
ask,
says.
how about John McClane would actually say if it's a Christmas movie or not?
Yeah, I know the clip where he yells into the thing that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, but he's wrong.
I don't care what he says. It's correct. It's
Boy,
it's
that's
100% a
little-
Christmas movie.
I feel like that's a little harsh. Like, my hands down, not even a question. Love Actually. It's my favorite Christmas
Okay.
movie of all time. I love it. I watch it every year.
I want you
Brad, can I thumbs down you as your personal YouTube page? Can I thumbs down?
Hey, I have to give it how it is. That's my favorite.
when I think I cannot dislike you anymore, you just make it happen.
Brad, you're forcing me, Sherry. Brad is forcing me to agree with Bougie Eric. I don't like this. I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not cool with that.
You guys
Like,
don't like Love Actually? It's incredible.
dear God, man. Dear God. I'm not a fan. Why? Why would you even do such a thing? Honestly.
Hey, what did we always say? We will always be authentic and we will always be true. And we will always tell how we feel. And that is my favorite Christmas movie.
Yannick, I feel like this is one of those times where we should have been fake. We should have been fake and plastic. We should have just lied.
Should have lied.
Brad is just an open book.
There's
I like
some-
very
Actually,
clearly.
it is.
Very much.
I back you up, Brad. I think it's a good Christmas movie. Not my favorite, but it's
Wow, Yannick. Wow.
I
Wow.
like the crooner guy. He's funny.
Absolutely.
My second favorite is Lethal Weapon. Still not Love Actually.
Okay, Carlos. Let's put it in context. I'm sure, like
I can put a lot of things in context. I'm struggling right now.
you wouldn't watch Love Actually tonight.
No, I wouldn't.
get
No,
that. I
not
get
at all.
that,
No.
You know.
As a
But
person
when
who
you-
professionally
when you've
reviewed
been-
movies for a
when
while, I
you've
would
been
not watch Love
married-
Actually.
When
No.
you've been married in
My
couple for
favorite
over
is
20
A Christmas
years.
Story.
Yannick, that if
No,
that's the
try
condition
that.
of it, those are terms for divorce.
I know. But,
Like,
you
those
know,
are like no.
sometimes you gotta, Love Actually, it's not that bad.
Wow, Yannick, Jesus, that's like a vote for charity is what I'm hearing right now.
I was gonna say a chariot awaits.
Yeah, we'll be in the we'll be in Chicago reminiscing. Me and you, Yannick, we'll just whip up and just have a
Yep.
watch Love Actually.
I Love
Yeah.
Actually watch parties. What you should have.
Cookies and milk and Love Actually. There you go.
Look, the ones like, where did they go? I think they're up in the
Train
hotel
night,
room
who
watching Love
cares?
Actually.
Look, can I be serious with y'all? I'm legitimately concerned. The whole Chicago thing, like, I'm worried. There are certain moments like,
You're in good hands.
I'm paying a lot of money to be down here, and this is like, oh, these people, ooh, man. I don't know. That's on that bombshell. On that
What about you guys?
We will find out more information tonight that explains the
We've learned a lot of things. Is what we've learned. We've learned a lot of things tonight. We really have. We really
That
have.
just ruined baby Jesus' birthday.
This is like the fourth time Baby Jesus' birthday has been ruined.
Yeah.
At least the fourth time, if nothing
He's
else.
sending you the bill anyway, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
You can do the sign up. Well, boys, I'm going to ditto everything that Bulble said to everybody. Thanks so much for a great 2022. And we're going to get down and watch some Love Actually.
Wow.
There you go. See?
Wow. Sherry, did the Pokemon card, like, did that buy Love Actually? Is that enough? Like, I don't know. Do you like need more for that?
Watching Love Actually. It's a great movie, but it's not my favorite.
No.
All right, before we go then, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Christmas movie? What stands out?
Christmas Story.
All right.
Oh, that's just cliche. That's like
It's
that's
not.
an easy
I
thing to say.
So is Love Actually.
No, it's not.
Wow. All right. I love it.
I like the sound of music, even though it's not technically a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie at the same time.
All right. Sounds fair. So name says Merry Christmas, Brad and Sherry. Absolutely.
Thank you, Name. Same to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So thank you all for joining us. It is fun to do these year-end ones. The reason why I like doing the Christmas Eve and the New Year's Eve one is because it is fun. It is a holiday. We have a little bit of fun with it. Thank you, Sherry, for joining in. That was kind of a fun little reveal as well. That was pretty good.
It was.
Pretty good. So we got a lot of family members in there. Again, other than Eric, because no one likes it.
Oh, go away.
Look, I gotta say how it is. It is what it is. What do you want me to do?
Turn, Eric. Look at the door.
Look,
Maybe
look.
the door will open.
Hey,
look,
you win some, you
what do you
lose some, Eric.
What do you want me to do, man?
I,
What do you want me to do? Facts are facts.
He has the priorities. What can I tell you?
What do you want? I don't even know. Anyway, thank you all. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, whatever works for you in whatever your situation is. Back in the New Year's Eve edition, we'll do the same thing and going into 2023, and then 2023. Hopefully, it's better for everybody. Hopefully, that works.
Yeah.
And then we got the Feliz
Feliz
Navidad far
Navidad.
off in the background. You've got my mother somewhere saying that off in the distance. Anyway,
Wonderful.
have yourselves a great holidays. See you all next time. Take it easy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.